Good evening and welcome to episode 2 of Journeys to the Radiant Citadel, right here on Penny Dragon Games. Journeys to the Radiant Citadel is published by Wizards of the Coast, and I've completely disassembled and reassembled it to suit my own twisted plans, so we hope you enjoy. My name is Dave Gibson, and I'm the Dungeon Master tonight, and for the foreseeable with this campaign anyway. First up, we have a few announcements to get through before we start tonight's adventure. You can buy merch for all of the streams on Penny Dragon's merch store right now. Just click the link in the chat when it pops up and it will direct you right there. You can also click the merch section on Penny Dragon's Twitch when we're not streaming and find your way to the store that way too. Let's take a quick look ahead to the other streams that happen on Penny Dragon Games, and it's quite a few at this stage, which is great. On Friday, October 7th, the Churn Gang will delve into the Underfall to investigate rumors of an old shrine of the Earth God deep beneath the Alderheart. So tune in for that. That's actually tomorrow. Cloaks and Minehelm is back on October 9th. That's Sunday. The party must infiltrate an underground fight club where blood is spilled for coin and every match is to the death. Sounds like my kind of place. I like it. Fellowship of the Fallen returns hopefully on Tuesday, as our DM, Jean, cross our fingers for this, is having, as all of his friends and family are having power problems in South Africa. So let's just hope that they're able to turn on their computers and do their thing. But if they are, where am I? I've lost my script. All I have is the Fellowship of the Fallen returns. Oh, yeah, sorry. The Fellowship has dealt with the vampire and Fandolin and its undead minions. But why were they attacked by Veline and a horde of kobolds? Question remains. The Sopherone saga then is on the following Friday week, and the graveyard at Denixtris seems like it has a lot left to throw at the party before they even discover where the crypt of the ancient hero lies. Meanwhile, Agent of the Crown Valder is working in the background, peeling away at our hero's weaknesses. Who or what will he use for leverage to get what he wants? The Violent Madness is taking a short break for now, but we'll be back on October 30th. In the meantime, you can catch all the episodes on the VOD. On YouTube, or even I think it's still on Twitch, I think. Rime of the Frost Maiden returns on October 13th. Our heroes have found themselves in the lowest level of Tourmaline's gemstone mines after a seismic event dropped them into an abandoned mining area. They found one of the kobolds who were said to have taken up residence within the tunnels, but something isn't quite right with this little lizard. Grab your pickaxe and find out what the hells is going on in episode 6, A Beautiful Mine. Good work, sir. 2 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. BST on the Penny Dragon Games Twitch channel. And the party have been settling into their new roles in the Candlekeep Mysteries, with some members absent. They remind themselves fighting to save a master cake creation from the elemental Mischief before fighting a plant-based infection in the wilds near the Great Library, and that was a fucking tough one. The more important things to come, or just a sidetrack? We'll find out more in the next episode on October 20th. And I do believe I have something from Carrick here, which Carrick ran a one-shot on Tuesday in place of Fellowship of the Fallen, and he has said to me, so watch a trio of dastardly deviants pull off the heist of a lifetime, possibly incur the wrath of the entire guard. I have it on good authority that this was a pretty good session. Tom is shaking his head.
I know, it was a good session. We definitely aren't deviants. That's definitely not true.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you ended up that way,
and
but we'll
sweet
see.
Individuals just making our way around the town.
I see. Making your way.
Making your way.
Okay, cool. So, and that's it. Yeah, that's that. So that's it for all the streams.
You haven't covered your Sunday covering game for TVN.
I haven't anything written for that, so that'll have to wait.
Surprise stream.
So, yes, moving on. Big thanks to our man at the Tech Bunker, Christian, who looks after all things Twitch, streaming, Zoom, and Skype, and all the rest of it. And of course, keeping the goblins out of chat. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much, Christian. We love you. I'd like to thank, as always, Kate from It's a Map for creating all of the maps. You'll see some of the maps you'll see in the stream. You can find Kate on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook on @itsamap.IRE. Please give her a follow. And if you're looking for a battle map, you're shit out of luck because her commissions are closed. And I'm very happy to say that for her because she's worked her ass off making maps and getting out there in the scene. All of the music you hear on the stream is from Tabletop Audio. You can go to the website to find out more about what they do. And if you're running on your own Roll20 adventures, you should find them up there, I think, or there in the jukebox. I forget which way it is. And of course, you can influence the game directly from chat. Ever wanted to help out a player by offering them healing, maybe give them the benefit of a one-use bless spell, or even an inspiration? You can do that exactly that. If you scroll down to the about pages down there for all the details, please remember to state in chat who you would like to receive your boon. And with all that out of the way, let's meet our heroes. My wife's closed the door because I'm too loud. Let's meet our heroes. And we're down one Kethra head taker tonight as Kira has failed her con save and has come down with the dreaded Lurgy. Let's start tonight with Paddy. Paddy, tell us who you're playing.
I am playing Phelim, a halfling fighter and part-time rugby ball for Torvik.
Lovely. Ryan, you're up next.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan, and tonight I am playing Phoenix Valley. He is a small fairy wizard, and he's got like a glittery glow all around him all the time.
And has a
So
new friend.
Characters.
True.
He has a new friend.
Yeah.
The little honk spider.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I forgot the spider, and he has a little spider friend now. I forgot about that. I'm excited.
Makes honk noises.
about
I do believe I gave you control of the token as well.
You did, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
forgot
Next
about
up is
the spider.
Tom.
Hi everyone, I'm Tom. I am playing Torvik tonight, a 7 foot tall with his horns, black furred minotaur, covered in various foresty style apparatus, and trying to work out where they are right now.
Indeed. Let's go with Keith next.
Hi guys, my name is Keith. I am playing Nira, a tabaxi monk who is trying to find his way home and recently got some glitter claws courtesy of Phoenix's magic spell. So I'm excited about that.
And last but not least, Craig.
Hey everyone, my name is Craig. Tonight I am playing Andira. Andira is a Shadar Kai Hexblade Warlock, in literal service to the Raven Queen herself, standing up nearly 6 foot tall and sort of this black and tan half plate armor. And also, as of last session, a bag that is, and I quote, heavy with coin, which I'm excited to get to in a moment, and a couple other little baubles we picked up.
Yes. Excellent. Okay, with that out of the way and everyone introduced, let's do a quick recap of what happened last time. With their world in turmoil and the last standing city of Derthast under siege by the armies of the son of the Graven King, our heroes fled for their lives down the mountain pass with nothing but escape on their minds. A fork in the road with a new opening in the mountains, thanks to a stray missile, presented a new opportunity for the fleeing heroes. Into the mountain they ran until eventually, happening upon a giant glistening gem the size of a small townhouse. After some hasty arcana checks, a rudimentary understanding of the mechanics of this thing were gained, and the switches were thrown with not a second or a care to spare as the son of the Graven King stormed into the chamber as this strange craft whisked them aloft and deposited them in the deep ethereal. What now for our unlikely heroes? How deep in the ethereal plane is the deep ethereal? And how far behind them is the son of the Graven King? Only one way to find out. Let's play some D&D. So, moving along. Let me just get some music going here, motherfuckers. So last thing you saw, you were the side of this massive gem opened up, and a purple robed wizard sort of stuck his head in and was like, "Welcome to the Radiant Citadel." And he's sort of peering in, and he's "We're gonna want to meet you. How'd y'all get here?"
Who was driving? Can we refresh? Was someone?
I've just pointed towards Phoenix.
Yeah. Hi, we're here and we're ready to go.
Not sure what that means, but all right.
I think Nira would leap forward and kind of just ask, "Excuse me, do you have any son of the Graven King nearby or in this area?"
Son of the Graven King?
Any 12-foot tall, like wizards in grey and black robes, emanating death at the head of undead armies, or anything of that description?
Oh no, nothing like that allowed in here.
Oh, thank God. I think we're safe here, lads.
You're gonna have to explain this to me. Son of the Graven what?
Yeah, it's a long story. Listen, I think we're all right here. He was just outside the door there a few minutes ago, but I think we've come from somewhere else, but we're not too sure where we are. This is a Radiant town, is it?
Radiant Citadel. You're in the deep ethereal plane.
All right, that sounds
First time
good.
here?
I think so. I'm actually not too sure if it is or not.
I'm in the deep ethereal plane, not the Radiant Citadel.
Oh, Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think this is the first run here for me. How's about the rest of you guys? Anyone else been in the deep plains before? Ethereal plains?
Not that I can recall, no.
No.
Okay,
Are
yeah.
we good to just leave this craft here? Do we need to pay you to park it or something like that?
No payment necessary, but I mean, I'm pretty sure the folks in charge will want to speak to you as well. We've never seen one of this color come in before. You see?
All right.
How do I... Do you know what? Let's get you guys set up. We get you somewhere to stay down in the Palace of Exile. And you got any wounds to heal, we get the wounds fixed right up. And then maybe we'll send some folks over you to sort of acclimatize you to where you've landed and explain all this.
It's awfully kind of you.
Yeah, I think we're from another place, and this is all a bit strange. You've seen one of these things before, and it's like banging on the side of the...
Yeah, and as you look
Crystal.
up, you can see. So, first off, the reaction to your arrival is it's over the top. It's like the Coca-Cola truck drove through Sneem. Okay, so it's just everyone's like, oh my god. And as you look up, you can see through the gray mists and whatever, there's like 14 or 15 other jewels, but different colors that are all sort of just not docked, but just kind of stationary in whatever you can call this. It's not the sky. Doesn't seem to really be an up or down here. But everyone's thoroughly interested in this. And you can gather snatch of conversations, this new Concord Jewel that is shown up, because there's only supposed to be a certain amount.
And can we see, so if we look out the door of this thing, are we like just floating in the sky, or are we sitting on like a
no, it would have landed on the Passage of Respite. So are you guys, can you see the Radiant Citadel map? You can.
Oh yes.
So you would be in the Passage of Respite just up here, which is the top of the map here. So
okay. It looks like a little kind of an island.
Yeah, little
So we've kind of, I'm getting a kind of like when the when the Millennium Falcon lands at Cloud City, it's on that little platform.
Sort of like that, yeah.
Okay, cool. And these guys, this purple-robed wizards, kind of stuck his head in the door. And like,
yeah,
okay,
and
cool.
like so, yeah, like there are a bunch of other almost identical crafts or gems, whatever, just dotted around the sky, and it looks like you get the vibe that maybe only one can land at a time, and the side of it opens up, folks can go in, and then they take off. Where they go or how they go there, you haven't quite established yet. But you can also see that there are a bunch of people on this bridge, and they're very excitedly pointing out that way as well. And the little guy in purple robes is kind of going, welcome to the Radiant Citadel. What the hell? Welcome to the Radiant. Hold on. What in the hell's going on?
I'm stepping out at this point to actually have a look out around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No worries. Cool. And yeah, there seems to be a sort of a little bit of a hubbub, and a little bit of panic actually. And you can hear folks. Give me a second to look it up. Yeah,
Nero will be stepping out, giving it the royal wave.
Yes, it's me.
Straight into the vibe, yeah.
So you are. Do this now. And are you kind of stepping out, walking to the bridge just to see what's up?
I think just stepping out and taking a look around.
Walking to a point, yes, I can see what people are. People are pointing. What I'm concerned about is we're going to see a 12-foot figure flying through the.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, God.
I think we're all on the
no,
lookout for that
unfortunately.
guy.
Give me 1 second. I just have to log out.
Maybe
of
Nero is a
my
little
Roll20 and
slow
log
on the
in again.
uptake. as regards.
So you
I
take
think
the log
he's
out of my
getting
roll
his head
20 and
around
log in
the
again. Give me
transport.
1 second.
Alright.
Sorry.
Phelan will clamber out backwards like a toddler coming down the stairs.
No worries.
Sitting on the edge and then bumming, it's a little bum going down.
And
Phoenix
I'd often pull you over, but I know you don't like it when I pick you up. And if it's not in combat, you don't like to be halfly handled.
Sitting on Moo, just riding along, and he's like got Honk next to him.
Yeah. That's his name, is it Honk?
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Honk.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so as one or two you look over to where the hubbub is kind of beginning to start, you can see just beyond the light of Radiant Citadel rages this massive ethereal cyclone, and you get this aura of dread off it, and it's quite far away, and but kind of simultaneously it's hard to determine distance, and your depth perception feels kind of screwed and skewed as you look out there. But it seems, from what you can tell, it seems to have come a lot closer to the Radiant Citadel since you just arrived, and there's some genuine panic going on, and people are like, they're quite worried. And this guy, the wizard in the purple robes, comes back to you and goes,
That's the keening gloom. This can't be good.
What?
Doesn't sound like a great name for something.
Oh,
No.
I tell you, when explorers rediscovered the Citadel, keening gloom hungrily encircled the city. Its endless howl struck terror in their hearts and engulfed several adventurers. After the heroes entered, the Citadel reawakened its power. Cyclone was driven back. In times of turmoil within the Citadel, it draws ominously closer. Scholars have studied it for decades and only have theories about its nature and connection to the Radiant Citadel. What befalls those caught in its terrible throes? Many fear the cyclone can't be held at bay forever. And since you arrived, it's gotten a fuck lot closer. So, my previous offer of accommodation in the Palace of Exile, we're going to put that on hold for a little bit.
That's very rude.
I see.
And I'm going to ask
All right,
you,
then.
who and what the fuck is going on? Where'd you come from? What world did you come from?
Can I do so? I don't know if this will apply, but Nira has cat's talents, proficiency in the perception and stealth skills. Can I use my cat's perception to see if I'm picking up any similar vibes from this whirlwind storm to what was coming off the the son of the Graven King? Is it a kind of like the energy or whatever?
What you want to use perception? Is it?
Well, whatever suits. But if that,
Well, if you're using that ability, is that perception, or can you
yes,
nominate
that is
another?
yes, that
Okay,
is
cool.
perception.
Let's go to perception check. 22. It's a similar. I mean, the coloring is similar. You could push yourself off the bridge, and sort of float towards it and go into it if you wanted to understand it better. But I
I
mean,
don't think that's that interesting. Thanks for the offer, Bob.
Yeah. No worries. But unless you did that, it's very difficult to be sure.
Just a
Yeah.
long distance check is
It's-
fine for me.
yeah, it's
Also,
worth-
would we
There
have
is something
copped
similar.
on that we can float by just moving and pushing ourselves around, or are we like?
Well, I mean, the vibe you get is that if you jump off the side of the Radiant Citadel, you may fall for a while, but then once you're in the deep ethereal, you can attempt to move yourself around by the power of your mind.
Fascinating.
But
Right, I don't think
It's-
Nira's smart enough to pick that up yet.
no.
No, I think just a quick once over of the whirling vortex, the keening gloom.
Yeah, and there seems to be some sort of kind of deep, kind of resonant, kind of And it changes pitch now and again, and you can see it. It does have, like, as far as the eye can see within this Radiant Citadel, you can see folks are spooked by this now.
Yeah, well, I'm going to share that with the group, guys. I don't know what that thing is, but there's I'm getting kind of similar vibes to the Graven King off it. So let's just keep an eye on it in case he pops out of that thing, because I don't want to see that
Graven
again.
King. Who?
Yeah,
What?
he was.
The hell's the Graven King?
This last city we were in was called Derthast, and there was a king there, King Ulfric. He was kind of put down by this other lad. There was this cult started up by this guy. He called himself the son of the Graven King. He was pretty terrifying, and he eventually took over like the whole world, and eventually got to this last city, and he was looking for something called the Concord Jewel, which he thought was in the city, and the king there didn't know about. Anyway, I think
That's the thing you're only after arriving in.
Yeah, we kind of found it by mistake. I mean, to be honest, we were just running away. We weren't being extra brave or anything like that. But anyway, we found it, and we seem to have driven it here. But I think he was looking for that. So I don't know if he could follow us here, or if you need that thing to get here. But he was giving off similar vibes to that big whirlwind you have there, the gloom, the keen gloom. So there could be some sort of connection or something.
Well, the only similar vibes you're getting is like it's a similar grey color. That's as far as
Okay,
it goes.
right.
Yeah.
What my friend is trying to say is that thanks to us, you haven't got an evil man sitting there in front of you right now.
Yeah.
Sort of seems that way to me. I kind of rather have a bunch of cowards fleeing the war zone than some sort of 12-foot tall maniac walking out of this here Concord Jewel.
It's true, we are heroes of the galaxy. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yes.
Don't think that's what I
That's why I
said, but
remember.
I think we've just saved the Radiant Citadel from an absolute horrific event.
really.
I
need a
mean, at the
parade.
very least, delayed it. I mean, yes, the jewel may be connected to the Citadel somehow, but there are many ways to travel the plains. If he really wants to get here, it would take some time. But
And dear, can you make me? What's your passive perception?
passes.
Below 12, make me an active one.
Sorry, but yeah, it is below 12. I will give you that perception.
Yeah, the way the light from the buildings and the light sources behind these Concord Jewel have sort of hit this open part of the Concord Jewel you have arrived in. The way the light from behind it hits seems to cast a very sort of bird-like shadow on the ground. Could be coincidence. But it's the shadow is long and it leads away from this.
It does it seem to be indicating a direction?
I mean, straight away from Concord Jewel into the Radiant Citadel.
Interesting.
I mean, you could, I would say that there's a part of you that would go, "Oh, this is just a coincidence," but there is not.
That definitely isn't.
Yeah, everything is a sign. So you just kind of go, "Oh, look, that looks like a bird."
That's well, at least she's still paying attention. Is there? You said there's someone we ought to be speaking with, right? If there are, I don't know how the hierarchy works here, if you have people in charge or whatever, but as my companions have said, we've just escaped a very grim fate, and although we think you might be safe, we don't know, and it's best to be kept people abreast, I think.
Yeah. Tell you what, we're gonna deposit you in the Palace of Exile. Set you up nice little quarters for yourselves. No bars. Don't worry. It's not a prison. And I tell you what. Yeah, we set you up there, and I'll pop right back. How's that?
You could just show us to the nearest tavern and then pop right back to us there.
A tavern? Ah, all right. And he directs you. Just very careful on this here bridge here. You ain't got any railings, you know. So you fall right over.
And he marches across. He's about maybe 4 to 5 foot in height. His purple robes are long and they're threadbare at the bottom. Obviously, if anyone remembers fashion in the 90s when you wore those jeans that just got destroyed at the heels, that's kind of like how the bottom of his robes are.
I still wear jeans like that now because I've got short legs.
Yeah, so he's got that vibe. It hasn't been raining, so doesn't like they're not wet up to the knees yet. And
does he have a chain holding his wallet in his back pocket?
I'll have you know, my friend. I'll have you know.
Starting to resemble all these 90s stereotypes.
Yeah. It's coming back, man. It's coming back.
Yeah, fucking is. Yeah. So he kind of wanders you down and
why don't you go into this here place here as the Thirsty Trout?
And he kind of indicates, sorry, this place here. You can see there. And
take your leave, take your ease, have yourselves a few drinks, and you might see some creatures wandering around the Radiant Citadel, but don't attack them.
And
here at the Radiant Citadel, we're live and let live kind of place. Anyone, if you've no money, we'll make sure you've got enough to eat. You've no home, like you kind folk there lost your home. This is a place for refugees. This is a place for folks that don't fit in. This is a place for the down and outs. So you might see he doesn't really frequent this place anymore, but you do bump into Derek. He's a beholder. You just don't attack him. A lot of people get frightened by him. Just say hi.
So is everybody here friendly? We don't have to worry about getting in a fight or anything like that.
No, I mean, well, there might be a little tussle now and again, or whatever you like, but
right.
Just it's probably all in good nature.
Okay, sounds like a nice place.
It's grand. It's
whose name do we give so we can get stuff for free?
Stuff for free. Oh, I mean, you're gonna have to pay for your drinks, but I mean, if you run out of money and stuff like that, we'll make sure that you get water. You get some gruel or some bread, maybe some bread and some gruel. You can put some gruel on your bread. We'll figure it out.
Right. Okay.
My name's Knob.
Oh. Is that what
are you laughing
at?
What are you laughing at?
Is that with an N or a K?
It's Knob. N-A-U-B. Knob.
And
nice to meet you, Knob. I'm Nira.
Nice to meet you, Nira.
Yes, pleasure to meet you, Knob. What is your station here? Do you have a job here? Are you the greeter?
Welcome party and sort of suss her outer, if you will. Determine whether you be friend or foe.
Well, you've nothing to fear for us.
That's what they all say. We'll suss you out, though. Anyway, pop yourselves into the Thirsty Trout. Get some drinks. You gotta pay for them. And Yeah, we see what goes.
All
I'll
right,
be
Cobb.
back.
So he
Thanks very
heads
much.
off.
That last bit was a bit ominous, but
It
other than
was.
that, you seemed like a nice chap.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
all for this until he said that, and now.
So he scuttles off and does his thing. And you guys, if you want, you can head to the Thirsty Trout. You've told me you're going there. You don't have to. You can run amok if you want.
I think we're probably more. I think we would feel more comfortable in a tavern of some description. So I think we might
Okay.
wander in there.
Okay, cool.
Just before we're
Yeah.
going in, so
Yeah.
can I just like ask just about the general layout of the place? So looking at the map, it looks like is there like a kind of a stone wall around the outside of it? Is that?
Yeah, so there is a sort of a kind of a barrier wall around the outside, and it goes up pretty high, maybe about 60 to 100 feet.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's quite high.
Wow.
And every building you see, like I explained at the end of the last session, every building you see has been carved out of this massive rock. So if you look at this
Nice.
whole auroral diamond thing,
Mhm.
you can imagine like that was just once a massive rock, and it has been chipped away and chipped away and chipped away until it's it's been carved down to this, and then this whole environment has been chipped away and carved out of it. But through what means you
Nice.
were unsure.
Okay.
Any trees or vegetation, they seem to be in areas of dirt and earth that have been sort of deliberately packed in and placed there. They haven't grown naturally. Nothing has grown naturally here. Everything has been,
Right.
but the vegetation seems to, like some of them, the trees, anyone who's been to the Fae, I mean, some of these things they're purple and pink, and as you walk by, tendrils sort of drift out and attempt to make contact as far as I'll go with it, and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's a very very alien place to be in.
Fantastic.
In the crowd outside, as people are walking by, did they just look? Are the people just very individual in their own individual clothes and things like that, or is there any obvious kind of like, not quite a uniform, but like a uniform type of clothes? Or
yeah, there's a little bit of that. So what you're looking at, there seems to be it's more that people have they have their own clothes, and there might be an armband, or there might be
okay,
maybe a certain color vest over their clothes and stuff like that. It's hard to determine whether they what the system is yet, but it seems to be very make an investigation or insight check, but this early on in the game, and let me know how you get on.
Are we all getting on that, or is that
Yeah.
just?
Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, wow.
21.
Holy shit.
Dorvik is. Oh god.
23.
Wow, okay. Okay.
13.
So yeah, the vibe you get is definitely it's very volunteer-like, and it's very you throw on the responsibility for the time that you are that you're required to perform the duty, and then you take it off and stuff like that. So it's as opposed to being in the army, when you were in the army 24/7, there seems to be more of a community-based thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So everyone kind of there's in a sense of like citizens, and then like city workers and stuff. It's like everyone's helping out, or everyone
It
takes on
sort
their
of
duties,
seems that
kind of
way. I
thing.
mean, with the small amount that you've that you've explored of the city, yeah, it seems that way. It seems very it seems very kind of voluntary, and just Yeah, no one's ever been you don't get the vibe that anyone's been press ganged or that there's any full-time members of the defense force here. It doesn't seem to be. The hubbub that you saw when you arrived and when the Keening Gloom approached, everyone looked really worked up and there was an element of they're not used to being that worked up. They haven't been that worked up in a long time because they haven't had a reason to be that worked up. So this seems like a very peaceful, very accepting, very tolerant place.
Bit of a utopia kind of a vibe.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, it's definitely, it seems like a safe space.
Nice. And sorry, just one more question. Yeah. So we've met Nob the wizard, and he was some sort of humanoid?
He was with a couple of guards who were they all had these sort of two short swords just for running across either side of the back down at diagonals for easy withdrawal from the bottom. And they weren't armored, they were just sort of wearing kind of a leather breastplate.
And are they humans, or is there much mixes of different races?
There is a huge mix here. Like you've got gnolls, you've got halflings, you've got half orcs, you've got all sorts. Like the cross section is like it's mind blowing. All sorts of creatures here, including Derek the Beholder.
And sorry, what was Nob? I missed that. What species?
Nob is he's a very, very short human. He's 4 foot, just below 5 foot. He's by 4.5 foot.
Cool.
Tall from where I'm standing.
Yeah, pretty much. Couple of citizens kind of walk up a little bit close and kind of check you out, and one of them sort of walks up to Thailand and he goes, well, sir. What kind of doom have you brought upon us that the Keening Gloom approaches so close?
Oh, we brought no doom at all. I'd say we managed to keep more doom away from you.
He points over at the Keening Gloom, which is like, it doesn't seem that close to you, but obviously it's it's close for them. And he's like, well, the Keening Gloom would say otherwise. And you can't hear that kind of this is really resonant, gets in your ears a little bit. The kind of thing that if you were going to sleep and you noticed, you couldn't unnotice.
Okay. I'll say to him, how long is it since it's been that close?
Right now, you're after as soon as you arrived, it just came in real close. So I'm wondering, are you an ill omen?
I certainly wouldn't think so. As I said to you before, we and I look him up and down, and I look to see what color, if he has any sort of a color thing on him, like an armband there, just to make note.
No, he's not. No, he seems to be a regular. Just it's hard. I mean, like he doesn't seem to like he's not wearing a blacksmith's apron, or he doesn't have to. His clothing don't sort of give away any kind of obvious trade or discipline. He just seems to be wandering around in his sandals. His trousers are cut to the knee, and he's kind of wearing kind of a rope belt, and he's got a little kind of a white pirate shirt on, with about 15 different chains around his neck. Okay. And I don't know, you just get the vibe that he's just worried about everything. Like everything. And just give me a quick insight check.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah, do you know what? I think he thinks you get the vibe that he thinks you're the son of the Graven King.
Okay, I'll
and you're just saying immediately in your mind strikes you like, shit, does this guy think I'm? Maybe he didn't hear. You start over analyzing, and you're going, maybe he didn't hear the whole conversation, and he thinks when I said the great son of the Graven King and blah, blah, and he thinks I'm that. And you're like, fuck, this is what the problem is.
I'll say to him, you know what? The best way to know a person is to spend a bit of time with them. And I'll put my hand up and
Flinch a little bit when you put your hand up.
I'll say, come on in here and have a few drinks and we'll have a chat. And I'll grab him and start to pull his clothes in that direction.
Oh!
Come on in.
Make a persuasion check.
I'll buy the first drink.
That's not bad. Yeah, I mean, you grab his clothes and you actually kind of unfortunate. Like the first thing you grab is like a patch that seems to be covering a hole that he recently stitched over, and you just tear the patch off and grab a little bit of nipple, and he's like, oh, and he's okay. And so you guys head towards the Tickle Trout, and he's like, oh, very well. You're not a wrong one, are you?
Not at all. No, Phelim's my name, and I put out my hand to shake him as a captain of the Vanguard of Dawn. And these are me traveling friends.
The Vanguard of Dawn.
Yeah.
We don't have many dawns here, but
Well, do you know what a dawn is?
of course I do. I was
Does he?
born here, you know.
Well, you weren't born here.
Oh,
Oh,
from the world of Kryn.
Kryn. And what took you here?
Probably talk about that over a drink.
Oh, yeah. Come on, take a seat there.
So you guys walking into the Tickle Trout? Or does anyone else want to accost a villager or a citizen?
I start punching people in the face.
I draw my scythe.
Which goes murder
Just
hole
as we
was
all-
all silly.
As we walk into it, does this whole place give off like an aura of magic? Or-
Like if you were to cast detect magic, you would be blind.
Okay.
Ooh,
So I can kind of feel it just in the air anyway.
It
then.
is. It
Okay.
thrums with magic. It is, and especially the auroral diamond, the huge kind of shard that just shoots up from, and you can only see that it shoots up from the center of this thing. You know, maybe if you explore the rest of it, you will determine that it does. It seems to just pass through, like up and above and down below as well. But you haven't seen that yet. But it is, yeah, it's a highly magical place.
I'm just gonna nudge whoever's closest to me there and be like, that would make a great focus.
Extremely powerful, yes, but you're not wrong.
Might be a bit difficult to carry though.
And Phelim, the guy, no idea where it goes. What's a focus?
It's something to help you concentrate on your magic.
You're not thinking of stealing the diamond, are you?
I mean, have you seen the size of me? Does it look like I'm going to be able to steal that thing?
Not sizest. So
No, but that's just pure mechanics.
anyone's capable of anything, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm getting thirsty. So what is it, Phelim?
That's right. What's your name?
Jiminy.
Jiminy. Lead the way. And I kind of just like put my hands on him as I'm turning him at the hip and push them in the door.
You're very handsy, aren't you, Phelim?
Well, people have said that about me, but I just call it friendly.
I'll try. We're in a professional situation, probably not so much, but you ever heard of Hethar, Phelim?
Not yet. Not yet.
I can tell. And he walks in. As you walk into the Tickle Trout, it is the outside again. Everything's carved from this diamond-like substance, this gem-like substance. But on the inside, it's been paneled over with wood, and on the back wall has been sort of has been clad up with this lovely kind of stone-like substance. So it gives that kind of almost like a Tudor-like effect in the inside. And there's a large fire that burns. You curiously didn't notice any smoke coming out the roof when you were outside. And there's a small halfling behind the bar. And it is empty, completely empty. Small halfling behind the bar. And she's just sitting there reading a book.
Oh, this is perfect. Some peace and quiet.
Right, who had that big bag of gold? Was there some? We found some money there earlier on. Is that still in?
I don't recall any bad. I'm kidding. Yes, I have it.
Right, first round's on you. So,
I think first order of business, and Andy's gonna just get to counting this gold or whatever coin is making this bag so heavy, and see if we're working well.
I mean, it's good that there's nobody in. Not that I'm saying that
we don't even know
robbed.
if they take the same currency. Like we need to figure.
It could be souls. It could be anything. So
Soul coins.
So yeah, you kind of set it out and you make it. So it's kind of. Are you just going to upend it onto the table, or?
I think she would be a bit more discreet than that. I think what she does is she takes her pack and puts it on the actual table, and then empties the bag inside the pack to kind of muffle the noise and kind of privately.
Okay, cool. Very quick.
So while that's happening, I'm going to go across to the barkeeper. I'll ask for. We've never been to a tavern. We've been in a war for 3 years.
Sorry, just before you do that, and do a quick stealth check while you're doing it, just to see how loud the
absolutely. That's that seems fair.
Okay.
Big 8, DM.
Okay, cool. Sorry, Torvik.
Torvik was just basically going to the bar and getting there going, I've not ordered at a bar before.
She's there. She's sitting there, and it's a very high stool, and you can as you look over, you can see there's a series of steps down off the stool. It's kind of a if you can imagine like a shop ladder, with a seat on it.
Yep.
And so she's sitting there and she's looking through the book and she goes, "Oh, hello.
Looking for a round of drinks."
A round of drinks.
I believe that is what I'm told to ask you.
Great. So, what kind of drinks would you like?
So, rabbit in headlight for 1 second. I do say alcoholic.
We've loads of them, but I'm not sure if you have any preference.
I do not know. Do I need to check if the others do?
I mean, no. But tell you what do you think they'd like? The little quick one or the big long one?
I'm going to say yes. We'll have one of each.
One of each. That is grand. Now, okay. How about you go and sit down and I'll bring them over.
This ordering thing works very well. Thank you.
Very efficient.
And he turns and walks away at that point. We'll sit back down. The drinks are ordered.
How much does it cost?
A bookmark.
I need to ask cost.
Well, just do they take like gold or what's the payment system? We need magic rocks or something like that.
This buying drinks is complicated more than I thought. I shall go check.
Should be over in a minute. We'll figure it out.
And she comes over, and if you've ever seen anyone how can I describe this? So she's a very rudimentary grasp of magic, and she seems to be sort of practicing some sort of levitation spell on the tray, and she's like, I mean, anyone who's proficient in magic, what's happening here is it's I think she's trying to get some sort of combination between mage hand and unseen servant, and it's not, she hasn't really figured it out yet, so that there's beads of sweat just coming off her forehead, and she's like But it seems to be working somehow. And the tray comes over, and she's like, just move out of the way.
I
And
will reach forward to help, just
Don't forget to
instinctively.
breathe.
Okay, and well, that will be on that 2.75 gold.
Do I need to chop cold coin into quarters, or is there more efficient way?
Any kind of denomination you like.
Maybe we could pay at the end. How does that sound?
Fine. Where are you staying?
We are in Palace of Exile.
Oh, one of them.
Is this good or is this not good?
Not good for you,
Why is that?
because you've lost your home.
I have not lost home. I have long way from home.
Yes.
Some here have lost home.
My
This
home
true.
is still there as well.
I lost me home. But that was a long time ago.
Very sad.
Honk. Calm down, Honk. It's fine. Excuse him. He's not used to this much company.
I like him.
Yes, he is rather cool, isn't he?
What is his name?
Honk.
Very original. And she scuttles off. Yeah, she's kind of goes back and climbs up the little ladder and sits down on her thing. And you can see there's a large fire burning and all the rest of it. Something you'd like to do, or just take your ease?
I'm going to pick up the 2 drinks for Jiminy and push them in his direction and encourage him to start drinking.
I'd say it's a Tuesday, but I don't remember what day it is. There's no days and nights here, so fuck it. What could go wrong?
Hey, fit him a little cheer out, and he'll pick up the small drink and down it.
You're gonna down it?
Yeah,
Then he will down it as well. It's fine.
that's the spirit.
Look,
Yeah,
no one
take-
needs to make a
have a drink
Constitution
too.
saving throw on their first shot. I mean, we've all done shots.
Sure,
It's
sure.
it only happens like later on that the trouble happens. So, it's at this point that the door slams open and you can hear this kind of and the scraping and cracking of door frames as this massive beholder tries to work its way through the door and eventually manages. And you can see that there's some old sort of cracks and splinters there from where it's entered before, and it kind of gets through and hovers through. One of the eyes can just looks at you like you're tail.
Strange creature.
Hello there.
Where's the rest of its body?
No, that's all of it.
How does it use latrine?
I wouldn't ask. If I were
Roll
you.
me a d10.
Oh no.
That's good.
How does a 2 sound?
Number 2 sounds pretty good. As if on cue, as soon as you ask that, this little flap just seems to just kind of open, and it's like little small pebble deposits in the ground, and one of the eyes just shoots around, looks at you.
I have learned something.
He continues up to the
Wish I could unlearn it.
continues up to the bar, and it's you can hear this kind of booming voice. Yes, I require some alcoholic beverages. And the halfling kind of like, of course you do. How many would you like? And he's like, it's like, I estimate 16. She says, and she says, on the tab, of course. So you can see she racks up, and so this will take about 2 minutes. And if anyone wants to do anything in that time, feel free. But you can see she racks up about 16 shots.
And Torvik's just watching, fascinated by this strange
its
creature.
jaw just opens and distends like this terrifying maw. These jagged, broken teeth, and some of which are diseased, and just like there's ulcers and the gums and stuff like that. It's very, very unsanitary. And she's behind the bar, and she goes, "Are you ready?" And he goes, "Of course I am." And she goes, "Okay." And she goes, "From left to right. Your right, my left, your right." And she goes, "Let's go." And it starts to move, and she goes, and she puts 16 shots into its gob, and it seems really happy with that. And then just turns around and hovers around and begins to drift out.
Pardon me,
Heading for the door.
would you happen to be Derek?
Derek is my name. To whom am I speaking?
Andy will get up from wherever she is.
Fair warning, in 5 minutes, I will be absolutely paralytic.
Sorry, I don't mean to waste any of your time. My name's Andira. I'm new here. I just
Just in the interest of avoiding accidents, errant disintegrations and the like.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, hold on 1 second, and you can see it spits out this this kind of metallic patch, and it sort of falls to the floor that way, and the body turns away, and one of the eyes looks at it and lifts it up, and one of the other eye stalks turns around and it places the patch over one of the eye stalks. And he goes, "Should probably be safe now."
Oh, that's wonderful news. Thank you for that. That's very courteous.
Yes. So I'm sorry. What was the question?
I'm sorry. I didn't have a question. I just I've never met a beholder face to face before, and I just wanted to say hello. And
Could one say you've never beheld a beholder?
yes, one might say that.
Indeed.
Would you have a few drinks with us? Like I said, we're new here, and
Well, I've already had 16.
oh, what's wrong?
Why not? Pull up a chair for me there, would you? Levitation gets hard after the 15th drink.
And
Kira will jump and grab a chair.
Anybody have anything magic they would rather not be anti-magicked?
My friend?
Excuse me?
My friend is from magic. I'd rather you didn't get rid of him.
Right. Okay, and you can see the big central eye just closes. After 16 drinks, it's hard to remember to keep this closed, so I'll do my best. Don't forget, you asked me to stay.
I'm very happy to have you.
Indeed.
How long have you been here?
Oh. How do you measure time? Minutes? Years? Is this the humanoid thing?
Years, typically, yes.
Yes. Well, yes. 235 and a half, I would estimate.
Wow, it's quite some time.
Indeed.
So any, someone who's been here that long, must know their way around fairly well. Is there anything we should be looking for as just like new people here, like laws we might not expect that should be observed, or people to avoid, things
most important thing to be aware of is the House of Convalescence. Yes. Fantastic place. If you have a hangover, drift your way in there. I'm unable to cast healing spells, but if one was to cast a healing spell in the House of Convalescence, it would take full effect. Maximum benefits from that spell would be applied to the recipient. What I've heard tell of this spell called Revivify. It was an unfortunate situation. Adventuring parties, somewhat like yourselves, stumbled upon my lair hundreds of years ago, and I attempted to tell them we could work it out, and I have an extensive library they could borrow books from, and a treasury they could give them a loan of money if they were stuck. They insisted on trying to kill Derek. So here we go again. So unfortunately, I eradicated them. And one of the last things they said was, I believe one of them was a cleric. Let me cast Revivify. I remember it just kept screaming Revivify until I disintegrated him. And then it was rather sad, but yes, that's what it is. You don't need a diamond to cast Revivify, or raise dead, or resurrection, or true resurrection in the House of Convalescence. Oh, if you're stuck for obviously, this place is one huge diamond. Am I right?
Quite, yes, absolutely.
Sort of like that. So, yes.
So what is your occupation now?
I'm an artist of sorts. Piss artist.
I just an eye for a good joke.
Drift from tavern to tavern. Drink.
Can you sing?
Can I sing? Are there any musicians here?
Phelim starts tapping the table.
Obviously not.
I'll get out my horn and start blowing a tune.
Okay, and he goes, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. But yes, never had much cause to sing. My life has been mostly tragedy. And miscommunications, and yes, I'm a good sort, really, even though my kind are not. Well, the universe and the far realm would tell you they're not.
You seem like a perfectly lovely individual.
I like mice.
Like mice?
Yes. I learned, obviously, I cannot keep mice because, unfortunately, if I forget to, sometimes the eye rays go off, and it was very upsetting. But, yes, they're so small and fun.
What about a magical spell that you could bring them back if they were to go? Or take my friend here.
Make me sad if I was to bring it back only to murder it again.
Yeah, but it eventually becomes a point that you realize that they're just coming back.
Is it the same wonderful creature that you had so attached yourself coming back, or is it merely a facsimile?
They retain the knowledge and the remembrance of you, if that's what you're asking.
But is it them?
I'd say so.
You seem unsure, my friend.
You'd say you would be friends, wouldn't you? And he's red cap just like nods.
What a curious creature.
But I know if something were to happen to him, which I try to make sure it doesn't, then I'd be able to bring him back again.
Does it love you?
Love is a construct for the emotional.
It seems, if you can imagine, it seems to sort of deflate a little bit when he hears that.
It's just a basketball running out of air.
Pretty much, yeah. He just he just seems to deflate and get a little bit smaller. He goes, "Well, I'm going home. Nice to meet you all."
Oh, Derek, it's your round.
No flies on tail.
Of course. How remiss of me. And he gets up and he kind of sways a little bit to the right, almost as if you're watching a video and you just hit the plus 10 second speed for a second, and he just goes whoop, and he goes, "Oh, it's starting." And he goes over and he goes, "You there, barkeep? I should know your name, but I do not. One round of whatever they're having. I need to get out of here." And kind of drifts off. A very kind of staggery, like he drops 2 feet and just kind of corrects itself. And then he gets squeezes through the door. Not as much as he did when he was enthusiastic coming in here. He's kind of, obviously he's a little bit down to himself now, and it just kind of just scoots off out the door.
Bye, Derek.
Bye.
Thanks for the drink, Derek. Safe home.
And at this point, the door kind of opens up, and Knob comes in. He goes,
Wow! Getting to know the citizens, I see. Hey,
Yeah,
Wow.
we got some interesting people around here, all right
having
now.
yourself some drinks, I see. Are we getting smashed?
No,
Are the
no.
drinks nice? What are they?
If you're
It's
buying-
a beer and a vodka or a shot, is it?
It's. I mean, you've never tasted the short before. The beer is some kind of ale. And I will for the record say that it was Phelan brought over the shots. Or
I take
had
it
the
I
shots
got the
brought
same-
over.
I take it I got the same sort of shot that everyone else did.
Yes, you did.
I'm still 100% drinking it, but
Okay. Yeah, and so Knob comes in and sits, and he pulls up a chair, turns it around, and tries to sit down with the back to his chest, and realizes that his robes won't let him do that. So he awkwardly turns the chair around again and just sits down normally. And he's like,
it's okay. Calm down. He's just sitting with us.
I like this little guy.
You can keep him if you want.
You want to sell him?
I'm going to put you both on that crystal back to the other world.
Yeah. So I went and spoke to my boss. So we're to put you up in the Palace of Exile. There's a lot going on down in the preserves of the ancestors. It's kind of where all the folks in charge hang out, to preserve the ancestors. They'll get to you in about a week. Till then, about a week. Very busy. Well, a week as far as you'll get the hang of it. It's just more so kind of hard to tell what night and day happens here, but you'll figure it out. But yeah, so let me tell you about the House of Convalescence.
Oh yeah, Derek was mentioning that. What's that all about?
Oh, you met Derek.
Oh yeah,
I
did you not
see.
see him on the way out? He's some pup
Shared a drink with him. Seemed quite lovely, actually.
and terribly dangerous.
Well, yeah,
Highly
it's part of the
dangerous.
charm.
And all them eyes. He said they could go off at any minute. And he's there drinking like a lunatic.
Did he put the patch on?
He had a patch on one of them, but it seemed like the rest of them were ready to fire too. So I don't know if he's got
It
a
was
bag of
awfully
patches or
exciting.
what.
As long as he put the patch on the worst one.
Yeah, that was the one I think that was going to blow the planet up or something like that.
You're not exactly on a planet, but I tell you what, Derek's single-handedly responsible for carving out everything you see here. Radiant Citadel,
Well, he got that
the
patch on,
entire
so.
city.
entire city.
So he is a bit of an artist.
Well, he's got this disintegration ray
That's the one, yeah.
on
That's
here.
incredible. He didn't mention anything about that.
He's very
I'd be
understated
telling
kind of
everyone if I did
guy,
that.
Derek, you know.
Very
Nice
modest.
lad. Yeah. Fond of the drink, though.
Yes.
Well able to put them away, all right.
Did Alice give him his customary 16 shots?
She did.
Sure did. That was quite something to behold, if you don't mind the pun.
I love it. Take a point of inspiration for that, my friend.
Yeah, well done. Well earned.
Love your work.
He's like, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, feel free to stay here as long as you like. Well, I can bring you down and show you your new digs.
After these drinks,
We would have seen where we are going to be placed for a week.
The quest or the place or whatever other word you want to use for it. It's just down the road here, the Palace of Exile. Scoot you by the House of Convalescence, and then around the corner, you find yourself in the trade disco. You got money to spend. Those motherfuckers got shit to sell you. Stuff from
Trade
all
disco.
over the world. Worlds, in fact.
And
south
you were
of
saying
that-
about the House of Convalescence, sorry. Is that
Yeah.
somewhere, Derek was saying that if we had some healing spells, they'd work better there. I think we might be a little light on the old healing spells. Can you get someone to cast them there for you, or do you have to bring your own?
Was anyone hurt?
I think we're all right.
Nothing
might
a
have
a
good
little
night's
bit.
sleep won't fix.
Bit of a cut in the arm, but just for future reference.
Show me that cut there.
Then hold out my.
Oh, it's going yellow. I'd be careful about that.
Yeah, I might have a look at that one. All right, maybe we'll pop into the House of Convalescence later on.
They'll sort you out. They'll do you a deal or something.
Nice.
They'll let you- I
That'll-
mean, look, I've seen men hop in there carrying their leg from the knee, and with no money, and they fix them right up. So I wouldn't take advantage of it. But you have something to offer them, they'd appreciate it.
Fantastic. That sounds great.
Spirits and bandages aren't free. They don't materialize out of trees,
That's
So-
fair enough.
If you guys are happy enough, he moves you down and move you all over. I'm gonna copy your tokens first.
Let's take a look to Jiminy. See you again.
Oh, yes. Very hope your lives are as pleasant as mine here in the Radiant Citadel. Wish I could go home. Then he wanders off.
Does the people here seem a bit? What's the word? Not controlled. I can't think of the right word. Do they seem a bit animated rather than natural?
You're gonna have to sort of explain that a
Like,
little bit better.
so, like, are they mind controlled essentially? Are they drones just doing the things they should be doing, or do they seem of their own accord?
they seem to be all of their own accord.
Okay.
But you do sense a sort of pervading sadness to the place. and with a bit more investigation, you do determine this is a place for refugees. This is a place for people that have been displaced. They've lost their homes, they've lost their world, they've lost their families, and it's not even like that whole world has arrived here. It's just scraps of worlds, for whatever reason. Maybe not the same reason as yours, but it is. Everyone's just a little bit low key because they're dealing with loss, they're dealing with displacement, and they're dealing with their lives being just completely upended. And it's, apart from Derek, a lot of the people aren't very animated.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you're brought in here, and you're led through, led down the kind of that main thoroughfare that you're following, and you're led into, of course, what is the what's it called again? 1 second. The Palace of Exile. Thank you very much. Palace of Exile. And as you walk down, it is this massive circular structure, and you can see on the outside of it. Obviously Derek has been involved in this, but it goes down. It's been dug down deep into the fabric and the base of this massive auroral diamond. And there's like a separation between the wall of this thing and and the rest of the auroral diamond. So you can see how far down it goes, and it goes down for a good 100 feet. And they're for some reason it's very important to them that this is that little drop there. There's about a 5-foot gap. It's kept clean, and there's a bunch of halflings on ropes who go down with like kind of little scoopers, and they're scooping out like leaves and things, and scooping out detritus and dropped wine bottles and things, and they're keeping it very clean, and they scoop back up the ropes and so on and so forth. So when you go in through these massive two big huge columns, and there's a bit of a back and forth, and it's like,
we got some new tenants here. We're gonna bring them.
and there's this kind of very, very large knoll, and he's like, oh, 6th floor basement. And
very good.
so you brought down a lot of steps, and beside the steps there seems to be some sort of ramp as well that goes down with it. And as you're going down, it anyone magically tuned? Give me a quick Arcana check.
Okay.
Oh,
Natural
wow.
20 for
Okay.
26.
Nice. 26 and 18. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of like there's gravity here where you walk, but there's definitely some sort of alteration magic on the ramp. And as you're going down the steps on the inside, the ramp goes down, and you can see a few people kind of wheeling themselves up in what look like these sort of these chairs with wheels. Like there's only 2 of them. As you look in and you see them passing up, one of them just seems to have like a rake of like crossbows attached to it, this wheelchair, and the other one just seems to it seems to have a lot of pouches kind of hanging off it, and they're just scooting the way up. If anyone's seen the combat wheelchair, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Nice.
So and they're kind of working their way up. So you guys are rocking down the steps, they're coming up the ramp, and and then you're dropped in to this area here, which is, it's all this kind of like bright white and reflective substance that is the auroral diamond. And you're kind of going, Knob is like,
Well, 6 beds, 6 adventurers. Fight!
Phoenix just flies over.
and you can see that these
Bounds
beds
over to the
are just they're just a part of this this whole structure, and they've, maybe Derek was involved, maybe he wasn't, but it's been carved down. So there's just this kind of like a diamond plinth there.
Are they like hard, the beds? Is there anything soft?
They are very hard. They're very hard, but also on them is this kind of like, I don't know if you've ever bought a mattress topper from IKEA or something like that. You've got your mattress, then you buy the mattress topper. That's pretty much all you have. And there's a very comfortable pillow, and then, but it's not cold here at all. It's like and now that you look at the bed, that you look at the bedclothes, it strikes you that you haven't had to even think about the temperature of this place whatsoever. Normally you're like, oh, I'm too warm, I'll take this off. Oh, I'm too cold, I'll put this on. But it hasn't even occurred to you. So you're just like, oh yeah, I don't know if I'll need that cover, or I don't know if I'll need my gym jams. If you have them, Torvik, with your little 2 holes cut for the horns.
Bubble coming off the foot, yeah.
And so you can kind of make yourselves at home here. Hethar, I'm sure will probably pop over there.
Okay, so for like the next hour, I'm using Druidcraft. First of all, I'm going to create like a really thick mattress of moss on the bed so that it's nice and soft. Nice. And I'm going to do like a light moss carpeting around the room and stuff, so that it's not, it's a cold or not cold, but so hot, solid on the feet. Yeah. I'm going to make some little vines and stuff so that in the corner, so that Honk can make a little web in there, and going to make a little stick kind of hut there for Moo to go into as well.
Okay. All right.
That is very cute.
Cool. Yeah, nice for an hour. Anyone else like to do anything? You feel free. Guys can count this as a short rest if you wish.
Ooh.
Yes.
The only things Andrea really wanted to do. Did she ever finish counting that coin?
You did. There's 200. No, 1 second. I have it written down here in my notes. Why is this not working? There we go. You have 260 gold.
All right. So about
114 silver.
Oh.
And 200 electrum.
200?
Electrum. 200 electrum.
Ooh, love that.
And which bed are you claiming is your own?
Okay, so it's about 2 electrum to 1 gold. So that's 460 and then 114. So yeah, Andy's gonna start divvying this up.
Nice.
At first, she kind of loads. I guess it would be like 76 gold in like 6 different piles. And then she's like, well, actually, no one else even bothered to look for this, so she's gonna skim 6 off everyone else's, give everyone 70 pieces of gold, and then
this was back in the pub?
Well, I guess she would have counted it, and then once we got here, split it up.
Okay, cool. And are you doing that in private, or are you doing that like out on the table?
No, just out at the table where she is.
Okay, so stealth or sleight of hand, whatever works best for you to try and skim that.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone's even paying attention. If anyone wants to be paying attention, that's fine. If you're not, then
I think most people are in the rooms.
You're going to have to beat a passive of 16.
Passive of 16. All right.
Phoenix is prepared.
Torvik not actively looking, but will be aware there's money there.
Fair. Let's go.
Hold on now. You don't have any blessings. Just checking.
60.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hard to tell, Torvik. Yeah, I mean, it looks like maybe.
I'll give them the benefit
corner
of
of
the
your eye,
doubt.
it seems Andy may have miscalculated the count.
Yeah.
The 5 piles of 70 gold each. and 19 silver pieces each for everyone else. And Andy's gonna just skim a quick 36 gold off the top there. The only other thing she would want to do is, if we're taking a short rest, she'd like to spend some time with this short sword she's found. And it appears like it might be magical, but she wants to spend some time with it and try and figure it out.
Okay, a short rest is more than enough to do that. 1 second, I had it written down here.
So that was 70 gold, 19 silver, was it?
Yes.
Thank you very kindly. Cheers, man. That's great.
As Phelim is walking around the room, he's feeling the curtains to get a feel for the kind of quality of them and the cost, to get an idea of the wealth of the place. He's going to give a kick to them stones to see if they're diamonds and can be picked up as well, Dave.
Where?
If those stones on the map are actually diamonds.
These ones here?
The small ones, yeah.
Yeah, they seem to be. Yeah, well, they're. You see, it's not exactly. It's not exactly diamond, but it's a diamond-like structure. But they seem to be parts of the ground that have maybe not been disintegrated away as
I get you.
efficiently as you would like. There, I mean, for whoever's in here, it's definitely going to be a problem if you're coming into your bed drunk. You
Looks like
probably
me.
easily go like arse over tit. And over here, if someone's going to throw an extra log in the fire, I mean, chances are your head could end up in the fire. But apart from that, and here as well, I mean, you can't exactly pick them up.
Okay. So as I wander around the room, and just make my way around, just having a look to see if there's anything unusual. Have a quick look in there, and I'll take that as my red.
In here is a bath and some sort of privy situation. And as I always say, every map that I get from It's a Map Kate usually has a toilet in it because she has Crohn's disease and represent all our folks with Crohn's disease. So there's always a toilet somewhere because accessibility matters.
Nice.
I will look down the toilet to see where it goes. I'm just curious, like with the diamond floor.
A long way down.
Okay.
What, have you got dark vision?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can if you want, you can drag one of these torches over. Yeah.
I'll try and do it quietly.
You can literally drag it over and just move it there if you want.
I'll drop it down.
Yeah. You can drop it down. Oh, okay.
No, watch
That
it.
methane explosion is going to be massive.
Okay, cool. So you drop it down.
Blast off into space as this.
The fucking Keen and Gloom is just ignited. So you just hear this as it just goes, and it goes down. And you still watching until it goes, or are you?
I'll watch it the whole way. Yeah.
Whole way. It goes down, and then you see this. And you hear this deep resonant, like almost like the Dolby Atmos thing at the start of a movie, and you're like, and it's like,
Oh no.
You hear something. It's like the floor is vibrating slightly.
and yeah, everyone feels this, and this massive pillar of fire erupts from the toilet, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
What the hell is you doing in there?
Nira, is that your stomach
I
again?
literally dropped it like it's hot.
That wasn't me, man. That was not me. Everybody all right?
Oh my god. So so 12 is exactly what you needed. So you're gonna take, and just roll D4.
Philippe, you appear to be missing eyebrows.
You're gonna take a point of fire damage as this explosion erupts from the toilet. How do you react to that? What are you going to do? Are you going to
I'll jump back certainly. And
what's your passive perception?
Oh, it's 9.
Okay.
And I'll just I'll cough loudly as if I think that's gonna kind of cover up the noise. Oh god.
You can hear some sort of noise emanating, some very weird high-pitched noise emanating from the toilet now.
Oh,
What is that?
No. Oh, that's my torch from previously.
Oh, I see.
Noise. Okay. And is it? I mean, is it just a continuous noise, or does it sound like something I might have heard before?
It seems to be sort of fluctuating between. It sounds like somebody giving out, to be honest with you.
Okay. I'll quickly poke my head out the curtains here, see if there's any of the others around.
They seem to be all the way over here somewhere doing their thing.
Nira would have definitely, as soon as that explosion happened, jumped out through the curtains to kind of like see what was going on.
Torvig's definitely paying attention at this point as well.
Okay.
I'll motion to them and I'll say, come and listen to this. And go back in.
Nira doesn't know how to respond to that, but he's going over for a look.
come and hear my poo.
What are we listening to? What is it?
You
Is
can
there
hear.
more
I
that
don't know.
happened?
I mean, it's a.
Oh,
I
there.
suppose
Oh.
everyone make a perception check.
Oh yeah, it's my feline agility or cat's talents on that one.
16, 17, 21. Nice. 6, Torvik. Holy shit.
Bring on, Shadar. Come on, Shadar. We're coming for you.
Yeah. 18. Yeah, you can hear, and it's more to, well, obviously, very due to your your keen ears and your perceptive talents, but also due to the pipe work and whatever system is beneath this latrine, and you hear, "There's fuckers working down here. We're getting rid of your shite. Don't be throwing fucking flaming torches down here. Bit of respect."
I'll just call down.
I'll just
But go on.
slowly look over at Phil. Like, what did you do here, man?
I just dropped a hot one down there. I'll just shout down, sorry. And I'll turn to the others and I'll just point to the eyebrows and I'll say, yeah, it's not a good idea to drop stuff down there.
Right, I could have told you that, but fair enough.
If only I had dark vision.
Echoing up the pipe. Echoing up the pipe, you hear, "You fucking will be."
And I've got dark vision, and I don't want to look into that.
Anything else you'd like to do before you take your short rest? You all took a short rest by the looks of it. Andy didn't.
I'm
Probably
gonna
just walking around and having a poke at the different bits and pieces.
Yeah,
at some
I mean,
point
there's a-
after watching
Yeah.
so after watching Phelan burn his eyebrows off, I will go and I'm actually going to perch here, deliberately looking for a threshold, and there'll just be one moment of, Lord Krufix, I'm not sure where you have sent me. I believe this to be the dark Nyx. Is this next step of my journey? Just a quick moment of,
Okay.
I haven't been able to pursue this quest for a while. Is this now? Am I now to resume this quest?
1 second now. Let's look at something here.
And I'm very deliberate in finding a threshold to do that on, just
Yeah,
because
I get you,
I
yeah.
haven't seen a
Understood.
temple, so this is.
The churches are like earthquakes. You just do it in a doorway and you'll be safe.
You feel kind of empty. You feel like there's a part of you that you're used to having, sort of like not a passenger, but just a connection to something, and it's not there right now.
I think I didn't notice it was missing till it was gone. Thing.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Curious.
Makes you a little bit sad.
Okay. Yeah, and then I guess it's just sitting at the table and waiting to see, resharpening the arrows, resharpening swords, just waiting to see what everyone else is doing.
Cool. Where is Andy's bed?
I mean, I suppose it would be the one that wasn't taken here.
Okay, cool. And just wonder, have you gone in there yet, or?
No, she hasn't gone in yet.
That's fine. That's fine. Good to know. Not that you have to. Just need to know. Cool. And so yeah, Phoenix, from back behind you, you hear a honk.
No panic. I'll be back. You just rest.
The legs are kind of like, and it seems to have crawled up to the very, very top corner of this thing here, and it seems to be looking at Moo and going honk. Moo is
Man, is that thing okay? Is it safe? Like,
I mean, it didn't kill you, did it?
that's true. Is it going to kill me?
Depends if you keep trying to fucking threaten it. You okay, Hulk? You found something?
It just kind of, it seems to be kind of scuttling. Honk. Doesn't seem to be understanding you. You know, maybe getting the complexities of what you're asking it, but it seems to be. Make an insight check.
Okay. Eight.
I mean, the vibe you're getting, it's just making noise to be bold.
I'll fly up next to him anyway, just to have a look.
And it kind of scoots back a little bit, and then its head moves back, and its head kind of does this thing to beckon you in.
Okay.
And you get in close, and it goes honk. It's very loud, and it's very startling. And you could, I'm not sure if you jump back or not, but like if you do and you move back,
I'd say there'd be, the flutter of the wings backwards.
Yeah, you can see it's sort of vibrating a little bit as if laughing.
You're a naughty spider, aren't you?
Honk.
Hong Kong.
So it's kind of, it just sort of you get the vibe maybe it needed a bit of attention, and it's gone.
Yeah. And as I come back then as well, as I come back past Moo, I just scritch the top of his mushroom cap.
Nice.
You good, Moo?
Reacts to it, kind of just shivers a little bit and kind of does a little dance in a circle, and that's happy out.
Nice.
Does and at this point,
spin around and lay down.
Yeah. At this point, Knob comes in and he goes,
Getting to know the place, I see. Well, one of the preserves of the ancestors will meet you. Not gonna be a week. It's gonna be a day or two, maybe 3. But we've determined most y'all, you're okay.
Most?
For now. Yeah, I don't know. The big quiet one over there. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. 5 or 6 folks standing around. The guards all wearing helms of telepathy. So we did a quick scan. You folks, when you came in, it's what we do. Quiet one over there seems very fond of decapitations.
We can keep her under control. Me and her, we are working through her aggressions.
What he means to say is just don't piss her off.
That also is very helpful.
Try and get ahead of that problem. But
is that
he's
fun?
getting ahead of it.
That was the joke. So so I would say just keep an eye on her and just, can she hear me?
I think at the moment, as long as there are no goblins nearby, you should be fine.
We got some goblins here.
Just a day or so. Keep them away from her till she gets used to place.
No, we got goblins here, citizens, working very hard. One in particular is a very talented gem cutter. So, we're not going to moderate the activities of the citizens based on the proclivities of new visitors.
As long as they don't attack us, they should be fine.
No one's going to attack anyone here. I say to you, no decapitations.
I presume this includes maiming as well?
Keep the maiming to a minimum.
What about decapitation?
Minimum maiming.
Self-defense.
Decapitation and self-defense, while generally frowned upon, if it's established that the only way you could survive was to decapitate your attacker, it's a long drawn-out process, probably 6 months litigation and all the rest. It's about you're probably okay.
Sounds like a bit of a headache.
Ha! Nothing worth losing your head over, huh? Hey.
Okay, so quick hypothetical. Say a bunch of kobolds were trying to throw explosives at you. If you were to blow them up and kill them all, that would be self-defense, right?
Nothing like that's gonna ever happen here in the Radiant Citadel.
Damn it.
I seem disappointed. Are you itching for some violence here? 'Cause if you are, we put you right back in that Concord Jewel and send you back where you came from.
I'm not itching for violence, I'm just itching to end bad things.
Which we've established is the world of Hethar.
Point us in a direction then.
That's where you came from. The world of Hethar.
Oh, yes.
Of course you know that.
We totally knew what you were saying. Yep.
Yes. I can see that.
Or they can
So
take
is
that
it-
blank look of what?
Anyone here a native of the world of Hethar? We're all off-world.
Whoa.
Are we?
I mean, that's up to you. Did you
I'm
arrive there from
off-world.
another world, or are you from the world of Hethar?
Well, I mean, technically I'm from a different plane.
Yeah.
Torvik's
Then-
definitely not. I don't
No,
think
okay.
Hethar is.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
and
the
Diro is
fucking
just-
mad thing.
Well,
You're all
Yeah.
from different worlds, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we were just passing through that place and it got a little too violent for us. So we
Sounds
came
like it.
here, which is really nice, and we're happy enough so far.
taking
I'm
us some
nodding meaningfully
moments
to
to-
people.
Get Hethar out of
Alright.
the system.
It was
I
hell.
see.
It was hell. I wouldn't like to see it spreading anywhere else.
No, just if there was anyone from a native of the world, then you would be qualified to apply to be one of the preserves of the ancestors. Join the government.
Not yet explained what the preserve of the ancestor actually is. I keep
Like a
thinking
speaker of the
jam.
ancestors. I'm sorry, speakers of the ancestors. So the ancestors, Radiant Citadel is made up of 14 different worlds. And the way it works here is that folks who are natives from those worlds have formed a government, as it were. And their descendants continued to speak for each world. Now, not every world is like your world, where it's been overrun and destroyed. So each Concord Jewel, each different colored Concord Jewel, can travel between this place and that world. That's what all the hubbub was, because you folks arrived in a brand new Concord Jewel, previously unknown to anyone in the Radiant Citadel. So,
All right.
right, there you go. So, were you to get back in the Concord Jewel you came in, it would bring you back to the world of Hethar,
All right, we don't want that.
which would not be good by the sounds of it.
No, I think that's to be avoided at all costs.
yes, absolutely.
Right.
So by your identification then, this craft was created there, not here.
Craft's
So whoever
created.
created it would have had knowledge of this place.
It's part of the mystery. We're trying to unravel.
Where the other Concord Jewels were created here and then went to the other 14 worlds. Is that how it worked?
We think so.
All right,
No,
they're older than time and that kind of thing, is it?
Well, we think your Concord Jewel and every other one would have been created here. And then linked to another world. There could be more unknown Concord Jewels out there. Hard to know.
All right.
So whoever
Oh,
took
very
the
exciting.
one that we arrived in to that world could still be there.
Possibly, but I mean, when folks arrived here in the Radiant Citadel, it was abandoned. It was dormant. And then, once life began to function around it, the auroral diamond flared to life. This place began to sustain life. So, was obviously something before that happened. That's when the Concord Jewels were made, but we still don't have all the information.
And DM, sorry, would I know? So, we heard the term Concord Jewel back in the SAR, was it the SAR?
Hethar.
When we heard that back in Derthast, the son of the Graven King was looking for that. He sent a message to the king looking for
Demanding
it. He
it, yeah.
identified it as the Concord Jewel.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
No one, the king, didn't know what it was.
hadn't a clue.
Was there any indication of how long the Concord Jewel, like the son of the Graven King, didn't say, "Oh, it's 5,000 years old," or it's only
Nope.
arrived recently?
No
We don't
indication
have any
as to
prior
the age
knowledge.
of it. Just
Okay.
that, but the son of the Graven King seemed to know that it was in. It was in the vicinity of that clifftop city.
He had pinpointed it there, and that was the last.
Yes.
The last stronghold. He was heading there to get that.
Yeah.
And we kind of stumbled upon it by accident.
And it was,
Okay.
I mean, if you can imagine like a march from Turkey to Ireland, say.
Right.
That's the length of the journey. Like it was halfway across the world, and there didn't seem to be any deviation. Like, so it didn't go from like Turkey up to the top of Russia, around to Finland and back down. It was always a straight line, and
It's straightforward.
heading straight for it, but also like just giving everyone in between there and Derthast like just no choice. Either like run ahead of the undead hordes or die and become one of them. And it was always a single-minded journey towards this clifftop city, because unbeknownst to you, son of the Graven King knew what it sought was there.
And he started his whole thing 3 years previous, wasn't it?
3 years previous.
Yes.
Yeah, the other side of the world.
That's when
As a cult, as a a very, very small, unassuming cult,
to world domination in 3 years.
world domination.
Okay,
3 years, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask Nob, like,
Make the Thrust great again.
is I mean, what's the access to the landing pad like? You want to be very careful about people, hopping in and sending that back. What's the likelihood of that happening?
None of those Concord Jewels will stay in the landing pad. They'll always stay further up. What I will say, one of the reasons I asked you was if you're native to the world, born in that world of Hethar, you might have some influence over this Concord Jewel. Call it down from the landing pad, as you call it. But because you're not, you can't. So that's how that works. But yeah.
So if there is
When we
somebody,
left. Did we lock it when we left? Take the keys.
It as you walked out, it scooched its way up to the top, and sort of it sort of assumed
Self-drive.
its place. Yeah, 100%.
Nob,
And there's more of those things floating up in the sky. those
Oh, there's
Concord
like
Jewels.
14 more. Yeah.
Okay, so it went up and there's like a
And it joined a lot of them. Yeah, and they're all linked to different worlds.
Okay.
Like your one is linked to your
Hmm.
world. Well, it's linked to the world you were in.
None of us can go back now. Marvelous.
The concern, Nob, is that if there's someone here that's from there, they could go back and then that horror that we were talking about, the son of the Graven King, they're going to be they may be able to get here. Then you don't want that.
I'm not sure what a son of the Graven King is. It doesn't sound very worrying to me. But 12 foot tall, I mean, sounds like Derek could take care of him. But whatever you like, look, I tell you,
People would die just in his presence.
speak.
Didn't even have to touch them. They would just.
Maybe they just fell asleep.
Thousands
By
of people.
having their life energy dragged from them.
Sounds pretty tiring to me.
Yeah, I think he kind of conquered and destroyed half the planet, so I think we'd play it safe and just not invite him over.
Better
I mean,
destroy that jewel.
invitation unextended. So, look, we're going to have somebody here from the speakers of the ancestors will pop over and talk to you. You recount your tale and all the rest of it. And maybe you pop over. You want to earn some money? Pop over to Court of Whispers. Tell them your story. Court of Whispers is that. Folks barter for current knowledge. Heralds, criers, and bards and griots buy and sell information. And all the founding civilizations active in the Citadel, as well as other lands. Skilled scouts and spies can be hired for short-term reconnaissance and long-term infiltration. Court is a mix of indoor space with quiet alcoves and open plazas. Plentiful work is available there for talented adventurers.
Torvig is leaning forward, quite unaware he's leaning forward of interest at this point.
Sometimes the speakers for the ancestors, the leaders of the Radiant Citadel, they employ freelancers from the Court of Whispers to keep track of major concerns in their people's homelands, as well as potential threats in the Citadel, while the shield bearers of the Citadel seek information so they can identify crisis points where their operatives in need of shield bearers. You're looking for a job, maybe become a freelancer for the Court of Whispers, and then maybe you might move up to the rank of shield bearer.
What is cost of finding information? If you have, or does it depend on what information you seek?
Only the person who has that information determines the cost. Depends on the information you seek.
Talking about information, it might be a good idea for you to collect the information of anyone from Hethar, who might be here on the Citadel. That way, if the ship happens to go missing, you'll know who's doing it.
Nobody in the Citadel is from Hethar. You're the first ones here. As far as we can determine, unless they came through some sort of plane of magic. Ended up in the deep ethereal.
Is the ancestor not from there?
No, speakers for the ancestors represent all 14 or 15 worlds. But
I thought it was
that's why I asked if
them.
any of you gentlefolk, native to Hethar. None of you are. So, fortunately, we ain't got a speaker for the ancestors from Hethar.
Nob, I don't think you're getting it. We're concerned about not just about Hethar, but about everything else. If there is someone who can get their hands on the Concord Jewel from this side, from whatever means, whether some sort of plane or travel or whatever, and call it down and travel back, this place will be it'll be destroyed.
Impossible. You're crazy.
Does he genuinely believe that, or is he being a bit...
Roll inside.
My insight is terrible.
So I'm getting in
Yes,
on that
it
one as
is.
well.
Anyone wants? Yeah. Like you're all involved in this.
Your
Holy
insight is
shit!
incredibly
That's a
terrible.
1 for a 0. 12. 8. I mean, Nera, yeah, you get the vibe. He genuinely believes this place is like, who would want to attack this place? It's like, but also like with the 12, it's not hard to determine. He hears these stories all the fucking time from people displaced, like for hundreds of years. These people, there's stories of people coming here. Oh, the worst evil in the world is following me, and it's going to destroy the thing, and it never materializes. So that's the vibe that you get. It's just like it's. I hear this all the time, and it hasn't happened
Right.
yet. Why should I believe you? I think it's a good time to take our break,
Sure.
and then we might get you out to explore the Dinsing night market. Yeah, cool.
Now
Thanks
we've
for
got
sticking
loads
with
of
us,
gold.
guys. Yeah, you can spend the gold. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. We'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes. Welcome back to the Radiant Citadel. With me, your DM Dave and Knob, your overstated guide to the Radiant Citadel. So it seems that our intrepid adventurers have found their way to Palace of Exile, which is to become their new home, and our honk spider has decided to live up the very top left corner of Phoenix's cell. Well, cell, I say maybe bed chamber.
Cell.
Maybe that's an
The
unfortunate
truth's
turn
coming
of
out now. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's not far.
It's
almost a cell.
I've been rumbled.
Those are decorative
and-
bars.
We've been assured by Knob that one of the speakers of the ancestors will pop in and have a chat with them about what are quite clearly their unfounded concerns about the son of the Graven King, who is clearly on his way here for some reason. Anyway, they don't believe a fucking word of it. But until then, you have been encouraged to maybe take a long rest, do whatever you want, and then go out and explore the Dinsing night market, or have a look at the day market, or whatever you want. It's all up to you. What would you like to do? I mean, is a short rest enough for you after fleeing a war zone and, watching cities and towns burn? Or would you like to take a long rest? It doesn't matter shit to me, so it's all up to you.
I suppose we could take a long rest. Might as well. You never know when you're going to get it.
True.
What do we have any idea of time passage? You mentioned day markets and night markets. Is there sun in the sky? Did we see
there is no sun in the sky? There's no sun in the sky. It's very strange, but there's a very clear, like, folks do talk about the day market and the night market, and it's very, like, you've yet to discern, like, what are they talking about? Like, what's the difference? Because it seems to be this gray gloom and murk, punctuated only by that weird kind of horrible keening gloom. And you're like, well, this is it's very hard to figure out. The best you can get from anyone is like, give it time. You'll figure it out. You'll know when to go sleep. You'll know.
Just going to touch and go, hello raiders, thank you for the raid.
Oh, thank you very much for the raid.
Hopeless Nerdgaz.
Hopeless Nerdgaz. Yes, we're they've just discovered the Radiant Citadel, and we're trying to figure out. Also, that map is by Kate from It's a Map at It's a Map IRE. So because I have a bit of a problem with some Wizards of the Coast Roll20 games, because they just give you the maps that appear in the book. And it's real, like, it's grand for a book, but got folks from all over the world here that want to just move tokens around. So anyway, thanks to Kate Smith Map, who created this little cell in the Preserve the Ancestor, or in the Palace of Exile. So
again, cell.
Yeah, there's that word again.
There's Dave's rolling some nat ones on these conversations tonight.
Sell. That great David Gray album. Okay, so so you guys, you're gonna take a long rest, is that right?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, move yourselves to your respective token or your respective beds.
Now, I don't know about these guys sleeping on a rock hard bed, but Phoenix is having a glorious sleep.
This is the point you actually hear Torvig, when I'm using his druid craft, going, I need someone to actually hang the bow. Oh, I need someone to... And he's just basically making vines into cloak hangers just so we can hang stuff up. There's no attempt for it to look pretty, it's just to look function. It's just to do
Did you say you're creating vines?
It's druid craft, same as...
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing.
It takes a lot longer than you're used to for these vines to erupt or materialize from it. And you're like... You get that concentration face. You almost let a little fart out because it's intense, but they eventually do sprout. But if you're like, oh, that took a while.
I'd argue it's incels, not intense.
Hey, and Torvig, as you lie down on this bed, and as your head hits this makeshift pillow, it occurs to you that moment between waking and sleep the true threshold.
Mm-hmm.
And then you feel re in touch or sort of reconnected with the person that you asked, or the entity that you asked a question of.
Okay, so just a flash of starlight silhouette.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you startle awake for a second, and then you sort of settle back down into a very dreamful sleep. And it occurs to you that, well, maybe no, it doesn't occur. No, nothing occurs to you, but because you're not really no, I don't think you're that sort of.
Nope.
Your class is
Nope.
not sort of attuned to it. It doesn't occur to you, but you do get that. You get that moment where like, oh,
okay,
everything's okay.
This is not entirely the wrong path. This is still okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Andy, you still up?
Yes.
Okay, what's happening here?
So I think that Andy is just sort of maybe not comfortable quite yet with like going to sleep, and in fact she doesn't need to. So I think what she does is she pulls one of these chairs over by where that fire is, and she's going to enter a trance-like state for 4 hours.
Okay.
As a Shadar-kai, she can get her long rest. She retains consciousness, so she's aware of what's happening around her, but she's just going to get her 4 hours in. And then probably just pace around and try and figure out next steps while everyone else is still sleeping.
Okay. As you do that, so is she sort of sitting in the chair, leaning forward? Have you got the chair? Have you the chair with the back to your front, or how are you sitting?
Definitely, sort of. I think maybe sideways, like sitting across.
A little bit of that kind of thing.
Yeah, draped over like
Yeah.
arms. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hell of a
So
trance position.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, entrance. So as you do that and you drift off, you notice the first thing you notice is the fire. So there's no chimney, but the flame and the smoke and the soot just seem to disappear and they don't seem to go anywhere. And it's curious. You kind of, as you're drifting off in your trance, you know, it sort of that sticks in your head, and you're looking at it going, oh, anyway, I'm tired. And then you open your eyes again, and you're like, how much time has passed? And you can hear very, very deep, bassy kind of coming through Torvig's curtain. Oh yeah, sort of haven't exactly achieved your trance yet, and as you're in between that waking state and the trance state, the smoke from the fire begins to just materialize into some this black-winged creature. And you kind of wake up a little bit and it's gone. It happens a couple of times. And the last thing you see before you drop into your trance is the smoke just materialize into these raven wings. Just the wings beat like that, and then just wrap around your head, and then just kind of disappear. And it's a very positive feeling. It's a very it's an affirmation.
Yeah, it certainly is comfortable.
Yeah. And everyone gets their long rest. And everyone goes up a level.
Hey.
Which we will deal with after maybe during the end of the session. So but yeah, so what happens is you guys wake up Catherine's unusually quiet. And so is Honk. Honk is very quiet. And when you're in Phoenix, are you sleeping in bed or are you sort of?
Oh yeah, I'm
hover
on my nice
or-
moss bed.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Cool. And like, what does Moo sleep on?
Well, I made him like a little soft bed, but he's got it's essentially a dog kennel for what we would know as a dog kennel, but it's not. It's a little mushroom hidey hole.
Okay.
Technical
So
term.
he sleeps in there.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, Honk is just sort of. It's hard. Like the divilment was strong at one point. That's why he honked right in your ear. But now, sorry, I say he. It's more of an it, and it's up the top now, and it seems to be.
Is it? Talk to him.
It seems to be not like hibernating, but definitely has sort of seemed to have slipped into this dormant state.
If I like talk to him or if I get up to him, does he make any movement or is he just kind of asleep?
Are you approaching? Moving closer?
Yeah.
Move your token then.
So I'd probably fly up and like
Okay.
kind of just rest on one of these little stones here.
Yeah.
Just enough and just to Honk, are you okay? And just like lightly touch him.
Honk. And yeah, that's it. It's kind of bellowing honk. Yeah, he seems to. Okay, roll me in either insight or insight or investigation, maybe. Whatever you're better at.
Okay. 13. Insight.
Seems to be running out of power.
Is he mechanical?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
Never even thought to check that.
Huh.
I guess Phoenix doesn't see the differences between things like that.
If you want to make an investigation check, you can. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah.
If you want to make an
yeah.
investigation check, you can investigate. It's
Mechanism.
yeah.
How is
Double
it
A
powered?
batteries.
Yeah.
No, it's C
Duracell.
batteries, which every parent forgets to
Oh
buy.
God, no!
Solar powered. Oh no, there's no sun.
It's hard to tell. There's like metal plates on it. So what's your roll? I'm in the other
16.
page. 16. Okay, so I'll give you the description from here. Actually, do you know what? I'll just shift it. You guys see that?
What the token? No.
Oh, damn it. Like a shifty something. Anyway. Okay, so it says while the chitinous horn-like protrusion makes holler spiders appear comical, they can use it to release a loud sound calling their masters when they detect trespassers. Unlike most spiders, holler spiders are easy to domesticate as they have friendly disposition towards humanoids. They can be trained to act as sentries that recognize certain colors of livery, or they can be trained to respond to certain person and sound alarms only when instructed. Some holler spiders can also be trained in different pitches to carry a simple tune. This peculiarity has endeared them to nobles using holler spiders as fanfares at royal functions, or to entertain and to entertainers using the spiders to enhance their performances. But unfortunately, this one seems to be mechanical.
And that 16 doesn't give me an idea as to how he's powered.
Yeah, you get a sniff. And there seems to be a sort of a flap or a cap of a top that opens. That it seems to be open. It's something that you haven't seen before, and there's a smell of very, very, very strong alcohol from that little spout or tube.
Okay. So he's a methylated mechanical.
Seems like
Okay. Should have given him the shot from the day before.
Or the 16 shots that Derek the Beholder got.
Yeah. I think we're going shopping today. I'll
And
carry
as
you.
you speak
and
to
we'll
it,
get you
it seems
something.
to sort of regain its vigor and its enthusiasm, and it's like honk, and it's not as honk is not as loud, and it's definitely trying to be as enthusiastic as it was, but it scuttles down, and one of its kind of metallic little spidery legs tries to touch your shoulder, and then you can see that there's a sort of refocusing of the eyes, and it realizes it's pretty much bigger than you, so it can't climb on your shoulder and all the rest of it, and then it scuttles down to the ground, and it goes over to Moo.
Okay.
Solo says alcoholic spider.
Alcoholic. Damn it. Okay, so yeah, I'll come out. Nobody else is up yet. Oh, well, there's a sleeping Andira by the fire.
It's curious. I mean, I don't think you've ever seen Andira do this, but it's really hard to tell if they're awake or asleep.
Yeah,
it is very much like the full Gandalf sleeping with his eyes like
Yes.
Yeah, and it's very like if you can imagine, like even now you're looking and like you're like, did they know I'm looking?
I'm just gonna do the the whole like
I don't know how Andira. It's up to Andira.
Oh, I retain my consciousness and like awareness, so I don't know if I can talk while I'm tranced, but if I can, it would be something along the long lines of like, yes, I can see you there.
Do you have any alcohol?
I did not bring any with me. I didn't think to pack one for the road. I've got a few healing potions. I know it's not the same thing at all, but
No, I've just noticed that Honk runs on alcohol, or it seems to.
perhaps we should come up with Derek.
Do you know? I think it would make a good companion for Derek. Derek did seem to be distressed when I mentioned about love being a construct.
You hear a honk from behind you. Honk. Very sad honk at the suggestion that you might give it away.
No, not give it away. That makes it sound like he's possession. He's not possession. It's his own choice.
Okay. Yeah, it seems sad at this topic of discussion.
We'll get you some drink, and then we'll work things out. Okay?
Honk.
Good. It'd be so much easier if I could understand them as well. Where's the rest of them? They're not up yet?
No, they've not been up yet. But,
I think the honking would probably bring me out.
I was just about to say, I'm going to grab Honk, and as loud as Honk can possibly do, I'm going to go along each of the rooms. Like, Honk!
And Honk is delighted about this. Honk is like, the legs are going. And like, but you do get, as you've excited Honk, and you're walking along with it, you do see that like there's a lot of it. Like it's like, it was at like 2 bars out of 5. It's definitely like at 0 bars out of 5 now, and the bar is flashing. If you can imagine it, like Honk is like super happy to do that for you, but it's like really tired now. It's like Honk, like it goes from here, Honk, 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 Honk.
Yeah, it's probably best not to do it too loud at that end bedroom anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, so everyone sort of wakes up with their long rest, and we'll level up after the game. But yeah, so you guys are there, and bursting through the door comes Knob.
Well,
Soon.
I've been authorized to tell you that you're all right.
Thanks very much.
All
Yeah,
the tests have been
you're all
done,
right too.
and you're not gonna be expelled off into the deep ethereal, left to roam until you die of hunger and thirst.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
Pretty positive outcome, I would have thought.
probably as good as it's going to get, I'd say.
Pretty much. Right, so I'll tell you
I
what.
don't suppose you have any spirits on you, do you?
Of course I do.
Do you really?
Struck me as a drinking on the job kind of guy.
May
Sorry,
I
what-
take
what?
a look?
Sorry, what?
Nothing.
How much do you have?
What's that like? Have you ever seen the shoulder of vodka?
Yeah.
So it's not the 500, it's the 750.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just like,
Keep
How
this
much?
on me for emergencies.
How much?
What?
How much
750
do you want for it?
milliliters.
No. How much do you want for it?
Really? You can have it.
I take it off him, open the flap on Honk, and just pour it all in, or until it starts overflowing.
You gonna get him drunk?
No, I'm
I
gonna
can't
get
wait
him
to see
loud.
this.
Honk, feeling better?
Honk.
Do, bong.
yeah, it's like honk, and like its little legs kind of sort of just kind of rattles against the kind of diamond floor, and it's just a little kind of circuit of the table. Very, very, very happy with life now.
Mhm.
And back, and goes over to Moo and goes honk. Moo kind of jumps a little bit.
And Moo would just like do the head shake that he does.
Yeah, so Knob turns around and goes,
Well, it's like I came at the wrong time. You done slept through the whole day. It's nighttime now.
It's so wonderful that we can tell.
You'll get the hang of it. Everyone gets the hang of it here in the Radiant Citadel. Everyone gets the hang of it.
No, just getting the hang of it. Is there like a structured, consistent, reliable way to tell the time here?
No,
No. How'd you get
no. It's the beauty of the Radiant Citadel. If it's like a collective consciousness, not a mind flayer thing, nothing like that. So, like, just everyone gets on the same vibe. A lot of the time, when folks have had to fill the Radiant Citadel, they're like, fuck this place. I'm out of here. That's when it really kicks in. And then they're like, oh, I get it now.
So
Not
what
saying
you're
that's
saying
how
is
it's
we
going
need
to work with
leave?
you, but, anyway.
Thorvig's actually feeling a lot more at home now. This is a lot more like how we grew up. It's like, okay, here we go. Right, okay.
Tell you what, get the fuck out there, explore the place. You got money, spend it, and buy some mad shit,
Sounds good to me.
right? I'm just gonna move your tokens over here. Copy and paste them.
So I'm gonna just say to Moo, you ready to go? He just does the head wobble. I go and sit on top of him.
There's a little bell go or a little like rattle when he shakes his head.
No, but we might have to add that. Between the honking and the bell, you guys are gonna get real pissed off.
Hear his head is melted with the honking.
okay, so I'm gonna move you back over to the
I'm gonna have to make some little
Citadel
sound
map.
things for the stream deck and just fucking
Oh my god, imagine.
God, yeah.
Cool. So you
That
guys,
would get
you
annoying.
can leave the Palace of Exile, make your way down to past, making your way
Making a way down.
all the way down. And I mean, look, depends on whatever way you want to make your way towards the trade discal, which is where it's been suggested to go. You do not have to go there. You can go fucking anywhere you want.
You should trade disco.
The trade discal. I mean, it can maybe at nighttime
Discal.
it becomes a trade disco. Who knows?
Let's go. It's a great idea.
Disco will never die.
So who knows?
Hunka, 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 hunka.
Hog does the remix. So yeah, cool. So making your way down. Again, you see this massive wall up on the left hand side. I think I can what is a shift click? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 60, 70 feet high places. Sometimes it's 30 feet high. But everything again, whether it's thanks to Derek the Beholder and his disintegration ray or what, who knows, has been carved out of the essence of this fucking diamond. And there are folks, like there are races you've never even encountered in the world of Hethar. Like folks with like 16 legs and like 3 heads and like a lot of feelings. Whatever it is, they're just, there's like you're walking.
No, not feelings. Oh,
I know, right? No one wants to catch that shit.
God.
So and they're just walking around, and you're like, "What the fuck is that?" And it's like it is the biggest kind of just smorgasbord of just diversity you've ever encountered. You're walking by, and some folks are stopping and trying to sell you stuff, and but I mean you're all kind of streetwise enough not to fall for that shit.
I don't need a rug. Leave me alone.
Pretty much. Someone stops Phoenix to try and sell him his own honk spider, and it's just the usual shit. Making your way over, you pass by. So the trade discal is here. I'm going to shift ping you. Trade discal is here, and then the Court of Whispers is just here. Now, whatever you like, you can rock onto the trade discal if you like, or you can rock into the Court of Whispers and see what's going on there. It's up to you.
Is there any wizard colleges?
Not that you've heard of. Doesn't seem to be the kind of place where people are taught. The vibe that you get from this place is it's the kind of place where information and experiences are exchanged between learned people. It doesn't seem to be the place you come to learn itself.
Okay, so there's no particular like archmages around or anything like that.
Not that you've encountered thus far.
Have we seen any temples as we're passing?
No, you have not.
That doesn't surprise me. Okay.
Have we seen any children?
You have, yeah, they're running around the place, and they seem to have that same displaced sort of muted quality to their personality that most of the adults, that don't seem to have a purpose here have. So that like, there seems to be sort of two distinct, maybe two distinct types of people. Those who've been displaced that have no purpose, that have just ended up here. So if you can imagine, like, another 50 people jumped onto the Concord Jewel with you just to get out of here and flee for their lives. And they weren't adventurous. They didn't have this epic future ahead of them. Okay. They were just, they just made rashers for a living. Those people are here as well. People with like no heroic future. And it's the most alien place in the world. It's frightening, it's unsettling, it's unnatural, and that weighs heavily on people's shoulders here. And you can see, like, there are folks walking down the road like you are, going, this is the fucking beginning of a new adventure. And my whole fucking, like, best way I can put it is a bunch of people have main character syndrome, and a bunch of people do not. And the folks that do not are just, it weighs heavily on their shoulders.
So this is the social hub in this game. Got it.
Yeah. So
and
as you make your way towards the trade disco. Sorry, yeah?
The housing and all, is there any discernible difference in the quality of the housing in different areas or anything like that?
Not really. The Palace of Exile is just the biggest. It's this massive column of, and in fairness, like where you were placed, it was nice, it was comfortable, it was warm, it did, like, as for all the times I said cell, it didn't feel like a jail cell. And yeah, I mean, but it seems like there are places here that are not occupied. And I think, and you get the vibe that if you made your way up in society here, maybe became part of that kind of freelance gang and worked your way up in the society here, you might be able to just, acquire your own little house or place to live.
Is it affordable housing though?
Depends on what you can afford.
Yeah.
One man's affordable housing is another man's unaffordable housing. But yeah. Oh, stop, don't get me started. So moving on to the trade disco. And now that you move into the trade disco, it feels, you're like, it feels darker, it looks darker. And you're like, how is that possible? Right? You look up, the grey is still as grey as it was. There are more lights lit, and there's lanterns lighting and stuff like that. But looking up, it doesn't seem discernibly darker, but it feels darker.
You're like, we just got another raid of
Okay. Hello, Raiders.
Hello, Raiders.
Hey.
Hello.
Wolfie Quest. How
Dropping
you
in.
doing?
Wolfie Quest. They just arrived in the Radiant Citadel, and we are they're trying to figure out how night and day works in the deep ethereal. I'm being purposefully vague, as DMs are wont to be. So, but thank you for joining. We really appreciate it. So yeah,
Absolutely.
so you get to the trade disco, and you're like, there's a lot of lanterns lit up now, and you're like, you look up, and again it's grey and grey and grey, and you're like, oh, don't know how this fucking day and night thing works here. But there's a lot of people calling out to you, going, would you like a scorpion on a stick? And I got some petrified marshmallows. And there's another one going, steak. I got some steak. It's whispered steak. You can only whisper around it. You shout, it tastes horrible. And as soon as Honk hears that, Honk! And you goes, oh, for fuck's sake! And he just takes a whole tray of steaks and fucks them into the bin and starts again. And it's just like, oh my God.
In fairness, you didn't say you couldn't honk. You just said you should whisper.
Well, he clearly did not react well to the loud honk that Honk the holler spider gave him. And so a whole tray of whisper steak goes out the window. And yeah, I mean, so there seems to be a lot of nice fucking stalls. Are you looking for anything in particular? Food or
Clean shirts.
Clean shirt? There is, yeah. There's a young gentleman, maybe 12 or 13. He's like, hello. What? It's human. You interested in my shirts? Is it?
Well, let's have a feel. What are they made from?
Pure cotton.
Oh, my favorite. Yeah, I'll try.
None of them have come off dead bodies.
I should hope not. And I only wear.
So you're not interested in the beast stock then? All right, good to know.
Pristine white and a little bit of frill on the front. Have you got anything like that?
I don't know Christine White.
Pristine, my boy.
Oh, pristine white. All right. Now, yeah, of course, everything's pristine and white here. It's beautiful.
I'll take 5.
5 shirts.
Please.
You got a special dinner or something?
I like to be dressed well all the time.
Any rogues in the party?
Nope.
No. Okay. What's your passive perception, Phil?
It's 9.
Or you notice some weird hand gestures, but you're not sure what they are. And I'll tell you what, I'll give you 5 wonderful shirts for 2 silver each. What's that? 5 by 2 is 15.
Does
Wolfie starts counting behind himself. Wait, what?
Phelim probably wouldn't catch on to that too quickly, I wouldn't think.
50, so 15 silver for all those shirts. I'll even put them in a little bag for you.
The bag is the other 5, right?
Yes, if you throw in a couple of handkerchiefs, you have a deal.
Couple of handkerchiefs. It's all right if they come from the beanstalk.
Well, I mean, what's the B stock? Dead people's handkerchiefs.
No, dead people's shirts. I washed them and thoroughly cleaned, and then I made handkerchiefs out of them.
No, thank you. I'll pass on that.
All right, well then, I tell you what, I'll give you all the shirts, a bag, and I'll give you an hug.
Do you know what? Phelim is missing his wife. So at the mention of a hug, he's thinking of the poor. He was thinking of giving the beholder a hug the evening before, and the mention of a hug is just after all the horror.
All those eye socks would be a great hug, I'd say.
Just gets him, and he just hands over the money and goes in for the hug.
Okay, so you vigorously and determinedly hug a child who was offered it to you, and then he's
and I do that slow deep breath that you do when you really haven't had a hug in a long time, and you're just
and
like,
you hear this whisper, sort of not into your ear, but just past your ear. I miss my dad.
No.
I pat him on the back of his shoulders and I say, I miss my wife.
Up and down.
It's okay. And I hug him a little tighter. Completely platonic, of course.
Okay. And yeah, he settles down and he.
Oh, hi. Yeah, him. You can have my handkerchief.
And he hands over this, like it's probably about maybe 3 inches by 3 inches by 3 inches, but it's solid with yellow snot.
That's definitely B-list
But
material.
he it means a lot to him. Like he's clearly had it for a long time, judging by the fact it's never been washed. And
Phoenix is contemplating a firebolt.
His little hand shakes and he hands it over to you.
You can have that. You need an handkerchief.
It's very, very kind of you. What's your name?
Charlie.
Charlie. Did your dad give you this handkerchief, Charlie?
Oh.
Oh, it's okay, Charlie. It's okay. And I dab his tears with the hard handkerchief.
He did.
Oh, you should keep this. I
No,
mean,
no. I'd rather you have it. I honestly, I'm not proud of what I've done.
what did you do?
He was wounded in the last attack, and then my mum, she took a handkerchief and she staunched his wound with it, but I had a runny nose,
Oh.
and I took it off the wound, and I blew my nose, and then he bled out, and he done died. So I feel it's very sad, but I didn't mean to.
These things happen, Charlie. You know, these things happen.
Are you laughing?
No, he's not laughing, but
Okay.
he's almost, he's
Oh my
probably almost
God.
laughing, but he's like,
Charlie's like,
what?
well, so you know what? When I stub my toe, I say that Charlie, these things happen. But when I pull an handkerchief off a wound and reopen it, and somebody bleeds to death. Somebody that is my dad. It's not really. These things
Well,
don't happen. They
Your
don't.
mom, you're just a child. You were just a child, and you're, maybe your mom should have stopped you. It's not your fault.
She was the one what wounded him.
Well, that's a twist, but that'll explain.
Twisted a knife.
I think you were set up, Charlie. I think, is your mom still alive?
No.
Yeah, I think she let you do something maybe that you weren't thinking about, and she was more than happy for you to take that off your dad's wound, by the sounds of things.
Standing behind Phelan and listening to this, this kid talking shit.
What? Is the
Is
kid
this
talking
kid
shit?
talking shit?
Run inside.
Nope, natural
Yes, the kid is bullshitting him. The kid is a con artist. That's what you come out with. The kid is a con artist.
one. I'm still gonna let it play out, but I just think it's funny.
Okay.
Charlie, don't let these things get you down. Like your mom did.
Look at what I've made.
Exactly.
Look at what I've made. I've made
Fine
a little
shirts.
cotton store that says cotton goods and things, sheets and shirts. I'm really good at making shirts.
You are. I like my shirts, and these are good shirts. You're a fine merchant for such a young man.
I shirt you not.
Hey!
It's a little joke I tell all the time and overuse ad nauseum. But it's obviously your first time. But I can make. Are you like swordsman?
Yeah.
I can make you those billowy pirate shirts if you want one.
Oh, I'd love one of those.
I'll make you one of them.
You can make. I'll come back and collect it another
All right.
time.
No problem. And you can go huzzah and say all that adventurous shit.
Absolutely. I'll say it. For Charlie and his dad.
That's a bit weird. But yeah, I mean, you
Touch
can
my
do
light
whatever
off.
you want with it. But I just think, yeah. All right. Anyway, great to meet you. Thanks for the money. And yeah, don't pull off any bandages too early. It's a metaphor for life, really, isn't it?
Wise beyond your years. And I just start to walk off.
And he looks behind his ears. And he's like, what? I
Trouble.
dunno. Right. Yes. Anyone else looking for anything in particular that didn't sing Night Market?
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna let Craig go first if you're doing anything.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, I think Andy's like priority right now, I think, is like to get to the Court of Whispers to like see what's up with the jobs, but that also depends on what she learned from that short sword she spent some time.
Oh yes, that's what I was just about to ask you. If you spent some time with it, let me just look up here, and I don't know if I can drop it in. That short sword is a vicious short sword.
Nice.
So, when you roll 20 with this magic weapon, the target takes an extra 2d6 piercing damage.
Dang. Well, we won't be selling that.
And I will say that that 2d6 is not doubled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just so we're all on the same page. So
Big agree.
DM, how many players kill goblin children in Goblin's Nest? I don't know. Sorry, Lourdes 99 says, my team is angry at me. I just killed baby goblins. What's wrong with that? You know what they say, only good goblins are dead goblins. I mean, wow. Not here in the Radiant Citadel. We have like a very inclusive community that include goblins.
Yeah, absolutely.
It depends on what the goblins did.
On the other hand, we're watching Kefra quite closely and making sure that she doesn't go.
You're very lucky.
Is that
He's not
Kethra
here.
messaging in?
Imagine if Kethra was here. Cool. So yeah, that is a short sword of sorry, it's a vicious short sword.
Yes. Well, you know, I don't think we'll sell that, but we'll see.
Okay.
I think at one point as we get to the market, Andy will kind of turn to the rest of the party and say, listen, I spent some time examining this, and it's quite a keen blade. It's not exactly my thing. I mean, it seems a waste to just leave it with that goblin, so I grabbed it. If anyone would like this short sword, I mean, please, it's better than selling it off for when we could use it.
Balaam was.
I can already hear Balaam going.
Sword, you say?
Yes.
Balaam will take a look at it and kind of appraise it from his knowledge of using the short swords over the years.
Are you a short sword guy?
Yeah.
It is the fucking singularly best short sword, even from this distance, you have ever seen.
Obviously,
The
like
only
a-
other
a
short swords
quality short sword.
of similar value or quality you've ever seen have been in glass cases.
Well, I'll say Andira, and I'll hold it like this. This is something extremely special. I mean, it could be worth a lot of money. You might not want to just give it away.
Tell you what, you'll owe me one.
Deal. And Philip spits in his hand and goes to shake it.
Her hand too, and she misses. It gets like the predator forearm.
Oh,
It like feels right too. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that'll do.
So you owe the Shadarkai one what?
Favor.
Favor or item of equal or less or greater value.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Okay. now that you've taken the item, the terms and conditions are unfolding.
Balaam is just, he's oblivious to the details. He's just amazed with this piece of
And you can see like from like maybe 10 feet down, there's this big bushy beard dwarf who's up on steps and sort of leaning over and like, what's that? And he's sort of leaning out, and the sideburns are kind of longer than the beard. While he leans out, the beard seems to be sort of like very, very waxed and firm. And Jady Mac, what have you got over there? Come over here and give us a look at that.
I'll kind of give side eyes to Andira to say, "Oh, this is." I'm not
Oh,
sure
come
about this."
on over here.
I think we.
Over here.
That doesn't seem like.
You can see this like short swords and long swords and all sorts of like halberds and things hanging off the fucking and every stall here seems to be a trolley. So it's like they stop the trolley and they unfold like this archway on the right hand side of the trolley, and then like they hang things over, and then they like the other side of the trolley, the base of the trolley flaps out, and the trolley becomes like 3 times as wide as it normally is when they need to move it along. So and your man's like, give us a look at that. You selling that?
I am not selling this.
I give you all right, hold on. My name's Old Robbie.
Old Robbie.
Old Robbie. Howdy.
Nice to meet you, old Robbie.
Now, we tell you one thing. If I tell you nothing, I'll tell you 3 things if I tell you something. Right? So, now, how much for that damn there yoke? If I tell you something, I can resell that. For probably around about the same price I paid for it. I'm not going to make that much money. Anyway, I tell you, I'll buy it off you for 50 silver.
Venom tries to frown, but he can't because his eyebrows were burnt off earlier. It's not for sale. It's a gift from a friend.
And he's probably at disadvantage on inside checks because he can't see how your face moves.
Perfect poker face.
Perfect.
Just always surprised.
And he's looking at you going, oh, Janie Mac, I don't know what this guy's thinking. And he's looking at you going, will you sell her or not?
No.
All right. Are you in the market for other weapons?
As it happens, I'm not. I'm happy with this. And he does a little flourish to show off how great the short sword is.
Here I'll hop in and ask for a weapon.
You looking for a weapon, are you?
Yeah. I've got this here staff. Do you like me quarter staff? If you got anything like this, any kind of special ones or anything a bit more,
I'll sell you
more
a
oomph to it.
full staff, I will. Not just a quarter of a staff, I'll sell you a full one. I will.
Go on, give us a look. What have we got?
And he pulls all right, I tell you
4 staffs stuck together. Hold on, tape them together.
I honestly feel like I've just gone shopping in Dundrum Centre.
But the old drum before they made the new shopping centre.
Yeah.
The 80s.
Alexa.
So he's just like, oh, it's shady, Mac. I tell you what, he looks around. He's like, you was only new here, he is.
Yeah, we only got in this morning.
Right, we'll sell you this thing, right? You know, it's awful fucking illegal. Don't be sticking out in public, right? Now, here's how it works. I've got this quarter staff, right? It's got a little, the end of it here, you go. You have to make that noise when you do it as well, right? And like that, you twist it. That's the command word. The command word is, and out at the top, a little spike pokes out, right? It's all nasty. Fucking like I've seen lads getting their necks stuck with it. No, right? I sell that to you for 10 gold. Now, if you take this for 10 gold, you can make a free bonus attack and do 1d4 piercing damage.
Say that again. Do a free
So
bonus attack.
if it's a normal quarterstaff.
Yeah.
But if you can't do extra attacks with your bonus action, with this weapon, you can click it and you can do a piercing attack with your bonus action. And does 1d4 piercing damage.
1d4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it up and have another swing around and goes, yeah, I mean it's nice enough, but I got these, and just like pops out his claws.
Jeez,
like,
Mac.
So I'm alright for piercing damage.
Yeah, I think you're alright.
Cool.
Alright, gee, Mac. Don't be showing them around the place. There'll be lads looking. looking to declaw you, they will.
And they're still sparkly as well.
Oh,
He's
my,
his captain.
my
Phoenix
God.
rainbow claws.
All right, so you don't want the pokey stick then. I tell you what. What else have I got? I've got some magical stuff I do. You got 3 grand.
No.
Fuck off.
Well, you've been very bleeding helpful.
Come back when you got 3 grand. I've got a cloak that'll make it disappear and reappear somewhere else.
Is that the sound you have to make? To operate the cloak.
I see what you fucking did there. I see what you did there. There's a comedy club just up the road.
Right, good luck, so.
Right, so. Any of you other fuckers want then? Hold on, that fuck. What's that yoke? He's pointing a hunk. How much is that?
Too much for you, my man.
500.
You could give me 5 million, you still wouldn't get it.
5 million? Oh, does he like bring you back from the dead or something?
No, he does this other neat trick.
What's
Honk,
that?
go and show him. Honk will walk up. Honk!
Oh, Jay! Please, Mike. And he kind of jumps back and he goes, holy fuck, that's loud.
Told you it's a neat trick.
I tell you, do you know what? Actually, I still might pay the 5 million because that's the only thing that'll get my missus up in the morning.
Well, it certainly wouldn't be you, would it? Come on, Honk, let's go.
What?
What? Bye.
Yes, yeah, he's sort of looking after you, very confused. Yeah, anyone else like to look for anything specific to buy, or are we okay to move?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Just-
What are you looking for?
You don't have to roleplay. We could just do the. I'm looking for a set of pan flutes.
Tell me you don't have to role play. Fuck you. I'll tell you we have to role play.
I lay the challenge down. Here we go. I'm looking for pan flutes.
Pan flutes. Okay. There's a small gnome. It seems to be, and the stall is gnome size, so you're.
I can see all over the stall immediately. Yep.
And yeah, I mean, yeah. You notice the pan flutes through the damage to the top of the tarp that covers it, and you're like, oh, pan flutes. And there's a young gnome. Well, it's hard to tell if they're young or not, isn't it? If you're not a gnome,
Yeah.
young gnome girl there, and it's like, well, hello.
Good morning. Good afternoon. I don't know the time. I am
Why is-
interested.
Why isn't your mouth moving?
But there's nothing wrong with my snout. What do you mean?
She's talking to your kneecaps.
If you will please endeavor me, I shall pick you up and we can speak face to face.
Don't you fucking lay your hands on me.
Then I shall kneel to speak to you.
Oh, there you are now. Hello. That's just, oh, very good. What's he looking for?
That set of pan flutes, I would much appreciate.
Give me 1 second.
They're right there. They're just the pan flute. No, not that set.
Oh, in the back.
That's the wrong set. No, okay. I
I
wait
think
here
a stray
then.
dog kicked over a cart.
I just wait.
All right.
Did. Oh, here she
Okay.
comes back. It's still that
Flutes, you
set.
say?
That set there, not the ones you looked a moment ago.
And, wait, can you play them?
Yes.
How
Where would I could. It's been 2-3 years. I am maybe a
Could I
little
not
rusty.
interest you? And she pulls the little blanket aside and goes, could I not interest you in an ocarina?
I
And you
do
can
not
go-
have proficiency in ocarina.
Yeah, how to play them. Easy.
I will give try if you wish.
I tell you what, I'll sell you the pan flutes. I'll give you a free ocarina.
Okay.
I'll give you half price in the pan floats and a free ocarina if you promise and swear by your blood that you'll try to learn the ocarina once a day, every day.
I accept.
Deal. Swear by your blood. And she gets her ocarina, shatters it, cuts open her hand, and hands the shattered piece to you. And then grab hands.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first cursed object of the campaign.
The pact is sealed.
And she goes, your friends are laughing.
They tend to do that, I found.
You don't look around? Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So she can see her visibly deflated. She's like, and then she just reaches in like down below and pulls out a new ocarina, and in a box. And it's a 12-hole whole Alto C ocarina. She hands it to you. And she goes, wow. The pan pipes. Is it like the full register, is it? Or do you want the doubles? The double ones?
Which options do you have?
Well, I've got the 12 pipes. I've got the 24 pipes.
Let's say 12 pipes for now.
Ah, novice is it? Right, no problem. So, there we go. Look, I tell you what. 3 silver for the lot.
Okay.
You don't
This
sound
way
so,
is-
so sure.
I'm used. I expect that to be haggle, but this is fine. Here is 3 silver.
All right, 5 silver.
4 silver.
Haggle. 4 silver. Deal. Right, great. There we go. I'll take 4 silver. So she takes 4 silver, hands them over to you. Has a little kind of a hemp tote bag with them in it.
Okay.
Gives them to you. And she's a light of life. You, as you walk away,
It takes me a moment to stand back up again. Yes.
yeah, as you walk away from this, you get a rush through your chest, and you get a rush through. I don't know if anyone's ever done a pre-workout shot in the gym. After like 40 minutes, you just get that tingling all over your body. Exactly how you feel when you walk away from this, and you're like, this is weird. But yeah, feels good.
Okay.
Anyone else like to do something?
Just
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, go
Done
on.
to myself.
Go on, Craig.
yeah. All Endearin really needs to pick up right now. Yeah, she's got change of clothes and all that. She's got some food. She's looking to get a set of brewer's tools.
Brewer's tools.
Yes.
Okay. So there's there's a pair. It's a pair of dragonborn that just seem to. They're like, they have. It's like as you make your way through the trade discal. Oh shit! Clamping. There we are. So yeah, there's a very, very large stand that's has 4 wheels instead of 2. But some of them have 4, some of them have 2. But and when the 4-wheel things unfurl, they have like they're huge. It's like almost a small shop vibe to them. And there's 2 dragonborn who are just like giving out to each other all the time. It's like, I don't know. What is your fucking problem? We're here to sell shit, and you're like, the shit is not. It's not good enough, or it's the high quality as a. You're involved with sourcing the stuff. You are involved with. You are the one that brings in the double. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello.
Is everything all right? Are you?
Just a business meeting. Yeah. What's his problem? So not problem. So used to problems. What is the nature of your business inquiry?
I mean, yeah, your business is your business. I won't bother you anymore with that.
Indeed it is. Let's discuss our business.
Yes, I'm in the market for a
You are.
brewer's tools setup. essentially.
What do you mean? Are you going to make some hooch? Or are you going to make some naughty little spirits or something like this?
Something along those lines, yes. We've come into possession of a construct that runs on alcohol, and I figured it might be prudent for us to be able to brew our own fuel rather than have to outsource it all the time.
Brew your own fuel. Why would you waste it on the little construct? Why would you do this?
I mean, obviously we're going to have a little fun with it as well.
A little fun?
I'm not a swear or anything. It's just
very good.
if it's both practical and fun, why not?
Practicalities. So what do you want? What do you want? Sort of that? No, you don't want the brewer's tool. You want distiller's tools. Is it? You want to distill potatoes or things down into like a harder liquor?
Yes, I suppose I would need both. One for the actual concoction, and then one to distill the alcohol as well. Nothing crazy, mind you. Just a small home brewer's kit will do.
Very well. I see. Shut up. All right. So I tell you, I will give you. We have this equipment here. It will require me to. No, it will require me to just disassemble one tooling and one other thing, and then I'll package it up. Would you like it gift wrapped?
Sure.
I will gift it up for you. I have purple ribbons or black ribbons. You look like a
black
ribbon. Oh shit. All right. So you look like the black ribbon kind of guy.
Yes. I could see you was about to say that.
So, and then it's like you can see the dragonborn that you're talking to hastily disassembling like loads of tubes and pipettes and corks that will sort of make the seal and all the rest of it, and sort of bagging them up very, very diligently and carefully, and packing it up, and then very, very carefully gift wrapping the whole thing, and plops it there.
Perfect. Do you have a to from card sort of thing you could put on there?
Of course I do. Yeah. Would you like me to write it?
Just to Andira.
To Andira. 1 second. Give me the. Give it to me. To Andira. Yeah.
And then just underneath, you're the best. And that's all.
So you want me to write in the from section, you're the best?
Sure.
How does this make sense?
She'll know what it means.
It does not make sense to me.
I mean, it doesn't have to.
This is fair. You're the best. You want me to write this?
Yes.
You're the best. Now, here's the rub. We did not settle on the price before you asked for it to be gift wrapped. I could rip you off right now. And all I do is charge you 2 gold.
I appreciate that.
And I encourage you to be more business motivated next time. Okay?
I truly appreciate your mercy on this.
This was a lesson. Very well. Enjoy your gift to whoever it is. Gift to yourself?
No.
Shut up. Very well. See you later. Anything else you'd like to buy?
I mean, yes, if you've got any recipes for, something of a little more recreational nature. You seem like the sort of chap that might have something like that.
Drugs. You want drugs?
No. I mean,
I was just checking. I was not offering to sell you drugs.
Yes, of course.
I was just checking. I would have reported you straight away to the non-existent police force that exists here.
Yes.
Oh, of course. What else would you looking for that is not drugs?
Just perhaps simple cooch recipe or mead if you have it. You know, things for beginners. I only just recently picked
Oh, I
this
can,
up.
with the kit I give you, I can give you a list of ingredients to go harvest, and you can create. It's like a vodka, but they're like a sort of a psychedelic vodka.
That sounds wonderful.
Don't take it during the day. Do not drink during the day.
Mm.
When you go back home,
Yes.
close the door, lock it twice,
Yes.
and then drink it. But drink it with people you love and you trust, and that don't bring bad energy into the place.
No. Good vibes only. Absolutely.
Good vibe. No beheadings. No. You know, nothing
You
like
said
that.
anything about beheadings?
Well, I used to know.
Turn around and Kefra's right behind you.
Sweat down the
Did somebody say beheadings? And he's like, yeah, no, I used to make this, and I used to be an adventurer, you know, and
Really?
so it's good, you know, and then I make this, and then night before a really big fight against save the world kind of fight. I was like, oh, who wants to drink the stuff? And then we all drank the stuff, and then turns out one of us shouldn't have drank the stuff. So, you know, anyway, look, so I said to her, anyway, you do what you want to do with it. Here are instructions, collect the stuff, drink.
Thank you very much. And thank you for
Great journey.
warning as well. She kind of carry that out as best she can. This big
five
wrap
gold
package to herself and
5 gold.
leave the gold on.
Yeah, for the kit. 5 gold
For the kit.
for the kit.
Yeah. And then 2 gold for the wrapping, which
Yeah.
seems steep, but she's not going to say anything about that.
And she's yeah. Good vibes only. So yeah. Anyone else like to buy anything in the trade scope before we wrap things up for tonight?
Before I buy anything, I want to start trying to take notes as to try and denote what time of day it is. I want to start trying to work out that if I can.
Okay, cool. So it will be a series of. How are you trying to do that? Like what have you what element of your skills or your natural sort of perceptive talents are you going to use?
Okay, so essentially I want to try and use my intelligence to work out levels of darkness and whether they correlate to what we would consider a normal kind of period
Cycle.
of nighttime. Yeah, I want to work out if there's a cycle to work out if there's a way to
So it's
tell.
going to be a series of intelligence checks, or if you want to argue for a skill that you might be proficient in.
An intelligence check would be fine.
Intelligence. Okay, cool. So this will be a series of those
Okay.
based over, maybe a 72-hour period. So make your first one now.
Cool. First one's a 7, so it's not going well.
If you had advantage, you could take the other 7 though.
I know, I don't.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
disadvantage if he's stuck with the other side.
It's hard. It's really hard to tell. It's like this place is so alien and so strange. And just as you're trying to figure it out, you see Derek the Beholder just kind of floating by, and Derek turns to you and goes, all the eye stalks raise, like almost like an eyebrow raise, and you're like, all right. Derek just wanders off again. You're slightly distracted by Derek the Beholder.
Love that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Don't like that he can stop magic, but anyway.
To you.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I'd like to do is I want to see if there's any particular shops that would arouse the interest of a wizard. So anything kind of rare, magical, anything.
Oh
kind
yeah,
of-
there's 1 or 2 of those. In fact, I think there's actually one in the book. 1 second.
Just looking for something possibly to be able to boost myself.
One second. Welcome to the market. Yeah, so you've got Vada's otherworldly goods. Vada's otherworldly goods. And there's this, it's one of those four-wheeled large what are they called? Trolleys or carts, whatever like you want to call it. And they're there, and it's fully expanded. And this one seems to expand a little bit more, and it's got like 3 of these swinging signs, and like one of them has Vada's, the other one is like otherworldly, and the other one is like goods. And then all of a sudden the stall will just kind of shake, and then these signs will go really fast, and they'll sort of shed this kind of these magical sparks that go and almost create this Vada's otherworldly goods sign in, like, you know, like a kind of the trail of sparks, as if, like, you know, the way fireworks, you like sparklers, you can write words in sparklers, and that's exactly what it does now and again. And he and you know, Vada tends to do this when they're not getting enough attention, or you know, they want to, you know.
Oh, the dream. I'll go over. Quite some fancy signs you've got there.
Ooh. They're lovely, they are.
They are.
Hey up, lad.
You
Who are you then? And so Vada is Vada is a very, 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 very small halfling. Like if you've ever, the first thing you think of is they've been magically altered to be like half the size of the tallest halfling you've ever seen, and it immediately you're like, oh, I want to say something but I shouldn't, and
Molly,
he's just like, hey up, lad, and Vada's like, hey up, lad. So what are you looking for then? You're looking for a little bit of magic, a little bit of naughty magic, is it?
I mean, naughty magic's always good fun.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, what have you got?
What do you want? I've got some naughty stuff, and I've got some, you know, I've got some stuff that can. Well, I ain't got any stuff that can make you taller. Have you got any stuff that make you taller? Have you?
No, I don't.
So I do a fair trade.
Problem. I've never really had that problem.
You're fucking tiny, mate.
Yeah, but I don't consider my height an issue.
And for a moment, you can just see Vada's like fucking whole sense of self-worth and being just go. And like, he's just like this holy fucking shit moment.
Wait, I don't need to be tall.
Vada's like,
Torvig just clops past in the background going, why is this ocarina not working?
Vada's just like, my whole life has been a lie.
How so?
What? Do you want to buy? Just
Why has your life been a lie?
No. Did you hear that? I didn't not mean to say that out loud. Oh, would you? What you want? Do you want to buy something?
I do.
I know. I've changed accents since I started this guy, but anyway, that's what I always do. Yeah. It was already. Hey up, lad. All right, sorry. Let's give idea. It's like,
He's been shocked out of accent. It's fine.
You know
Changed
what?
origin
You know what? I fucking. Do you want to buy something, or I don't know.
I mean, if you've got something that you think would be useful to someone like me, I'd be very happy to.
Do you want some
take it off
wands
you.
or something, or?
Ones are a bit outdated. Maybe something for a little bit of boost or protection, maybe.
A little bit of boost, is it? You mean like drugs, is it?
No.
You don't want any drugs?
I don't. Do you have something?
Yeah, I've got potions. Potions of drugs.
Yeah, I suppose they are. I'd never really thought of it that way. Well, okay. I assumed you were talking about bad drugs. And no, I don't want any of that.
Yeah. All right, I've got loads of them in it.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm just going to go back to London. Sorry. Oh, I've got loads of fucking them in it. We got lumps of it round the back. And it's just like, yeah. It's just like, yeah. What are you looking for then?
You got any spells? Any scrolls?
Scrolls. Might. What kind
Now,
of scrolls are you after?
Well, unfortunately, I'm still very much amateur at the moment, so anything kind of the weaker end, but something that might get me out of a pickle would be good.
I've got something that could put somebody in a pickle.
I'm very tempted.
Melf's,
How much?
Melf's acid arrow.
Oh, see, I thought you meant I could actually put them in a pickle. Sorry.
Well,
Okay.
If you ever drank the water the pickles are in, it's very acidic. That's where I was going with that.
Makes sense, absolutely. But
Right.
I was hoping to pickle Rick someone.
I'll actually turn somebody into a pickle. I've got that as well. It's a higher level spell though.
Oh,
It's
okay.
quite expensive.
I'll have to come back another time then when I'm better.
Yeah, you probably do.
No,
But you come from anywhere. What world are you from?
Well, DM, because of my heritage, what would that world have been called?
Well, he's asking what world you came from.
Oh, where we came from.
Yeah, what world do you arrived here from? Which is Hethar. Are you gonna tell him?
I came. Well,
What's the
to
name
be
of the
honest, I don't
world you
remember.
came
My memory's pretty patchy since we've got here.
Oh,
This place is a bit weird.
Deception check.
Damn it. Oh, this is not going to go well. 18! Oh, shit!
Hey.
A D20 -1.
Yeah!
Hey.
Right. Journey, yeah, I get it. It's fucking journeys here. It's quite traumatic, innit?
Yeah, it's really discombobulating.
I'll take your word for it. All right. Well, yeah, why don't you put back to me when you got funds to spend?
I've got some funds. I'm not out of pocket.
And what you want to buy then?
I want something chaotic.
You want something
Let-
chaotic?
Yes. Let me think. I know there's a few I've been looking about. Have you got any items for protection, actually?
Oh, I've got a little ring here. Still on the finger.
And what does it do?
The ring of protection.
And how much is that?
Depends on whether you want it with the finger or without the finger.
Why
And
would
you
I
look,
want
you
your
look.
finger?
It is a ring of protection, and it's been very, very badly hacked off.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like it looked like maybe someone did it with like a very blunt dagger. It took a while, and just it's not great.
I don't suppose you'd have something along the lines of, we'll say, like a laughter spell.
You won't fucking laugh to spell.
Yeah, just it's fun to put people off when they're trying to do shit to you.
I've got one, man. A little scroll. Tell you what, I'll sell it to you if you tell me a joke that makes me laugh.
Fucking Dave.
Everyone gets excited.
Fuck's sake.
Now I tell you what, right? The shitter the joke, the better. Or so anything straight down the middle, I'm not gonna fucking laugh. If you tell me a shite joke, probably will laugh. Tell me a really cerebral fucking joke, I'll probably fucking laugh. Anything straight down the middle, like fucking mauve. Nah.
Okay.
Everyone, hold on here. Yeah, everybody. This fucker's gonna tell us a joke. Everybody.
And like the whole like people leave their stalls and they run in and they're like, I don't think he's gonna tell him a joke. He's gonna tell him a joke.
No pressure.
Yes, thank you for this. You better give it to me for free after this.
No, I'll sell it to you.
What have you got for me?
Okay. Listen, this is the best one I've got. Have you heard about a restaurant called Karma?
No.
Apparently you get everything you deserve.
Do you want to try again?
Not really, but I guess I don't have a choice. Okay. A man walks into a bar.
Says ouch.
No.
No,
A
all
bit
right.
longer than that one. A man walks into a bar and he says to the bartender, "Can I have a beer?" The bartender says, "Okay." He says, "Can I have it for free?" He says, if you show me something or tell me something I've never seen or heard, then I'll give it to you for free." So the man pulls out a little 10-inch person, puts it on the counter, and pulls out this little piano, puts it on the counter. And the little guy, starts playing the piano. And the bartender says, "Wow, that is wonderful. How did you do it?" He said, "Well, see this magic lamp? Rub it, and whatever you wish for, you'll get." And he says, "Oh, okay, I'll do that." So the bartender thinks for a second. And he's like, "Okay. I'm going to wish for a... Do I have to say the specific wording?" And he says, "Close enough." He says, "Okay, I wish for a bunch of ladies of the night." And in his bar, fills up with horses everywhere. He says, "The fuck just happened? Why have I got a bunch of horses in my bar?" And he says, "Exactly. Why have I got a 10-inch pianist?"
And he laughs his ass off at that. And he's like, "Hey!" And like half of your audience behind you laughs their asses off. And for a second, you're like, you're another encounter away from having the background stand-up comic, even though it doesn't exist in D&D. But you get a taste for it, and you're like, "Oh, this is."
because everyone laughs their ass off. I think that was a pretty fun. Good joke
Where was that comedy club again?
Yeah.
This game is about to
so-
take a serious left-hand turn.
So yeah, so he's like, right, so you want your scroll then, do you?
I do.
That's a pretty good fucking joke. I tell you what. You give me the rights to that joke.
Done.
It wasn't even gonna. I've not even. I haven't even done the suggested what the deal would be.
Yeah, but I like you. I think you're a man of honor, so I know whatever you're going to offer me is good.
All right, 50 gold then.
I said I knew you were a man of honor. We'll say 30 and call it a day.
40. And any time you tell that joke, you tell them Hethar made it up.
Okay, I will tell them of Hethar if you give me a percentage discount each time I buy stuff off you for anyone that tells you they heard that joke of yours.
As long as you're not paying people to come up here and to just tell them that they've heard the joke. It has to
But then it
be
wouldn't-
real
wouldn't be
people
worth the
that have
discount
actually
then.
heard the joke out in the wild.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
It
deal,
wouldn't be worth
deal.
me paying them if I wasn't getting a
1%,
discount.
1% per person.
Happy.
We got a deal
40.
to a maximum of 40%.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Do I shake your wing or do I shake your foot or your hand? Or I just
Just hold out your finger and I'll shake that with both my hands.
you're strong, aren't you? You're fucking strong. All right. Right,
So I'll take the
so
scroll.
yes, you have a scroll. Tasha's hideous laughter.
Awesome.
Nice.
Anyone else like to do anything?
I'm just going to say hello to Tales of the Initiative, who raided us in the middle of all that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you for the raid.
guys. Sorry, we're just
You're
just
I really hope you missed the poor joke.
I think this snuck in just at the end of it.
Cool. So I think it's a good place to call it a day, and you guys are in the trade discal, and things will start getting a little bit busy in the Din Sing night market. So thanks very much everyone for sticking around. Thanks for all the raids. We did miss the joke, but we saw all the barter for it. Oh, nice.
Nice.
My God, who are you? You're my fucking hero.
Like a fart in the wind.
That was amazing work. Amazing work. Thanks everyone for sticking with us, and we will see you in what 4 weeks'
We
time?
are going on to a raid ourselves.
We are,
so
yeah.
Stick around. Sorry.
We're raiding Bertultimus, is it?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Cool. So please join us. We'll see you in 4 weeks' time.
Super stuff. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Fucking, that was more stress than playing the game.
Are we off, Christian? Are we off?